if I can get this thing just right so we can start this live. This is the Psychedelics. Is it you or just them? But what's crazy is I wanted to actually listen to this experience that I had on mushrooms. Because I was going through a lot of my experiences and I seen this experience. So I'm going, matter of fact, I'm like, let me go on and before I dive into what I'm trying to talk to, I want to play this video. I want to play this video when I dove in on mushrooms one time and what I was seeing because I'm going, is it the psychedelics that's changing you, or is it you know, using the psychedelics in order to change you? Like, which I know it's like both ways, but it's more of the side of you because you, once you start paying attention to a lot of things that you see, and you know it's going to the deeper parts of you, and then it's going to these unknown parts of you. You start seeing, and it's showing you yourself at the same time as you going through these different processes. You begin to see you, not just the you that you think you are, but you begin to see the full spectrum of yourself. Some parts you don't like, some parts you do like, but the psychedelics come along and they're not fixing that. What I'm starting to recognize is it's on you to do the footwork. Like you're already doing it and using these different methods, but you're doing the footwork. And then that's why I'm starting to kind of see that in a lot of instances, it doesn't matter what it is, whether you getting counseling, whether you going to some type of weird program, it's you always putting in this footwork and doing the footwork in order to make yourself better, or, you know, what you think is better. It's you still putting it in and making it happen. But let's go on and just dive into this video real fast, because this was a good one. I got to dive into it so I could just roll up real fast before we really start talking. So let me go on and take this one down, and I hope I don't start talking through the video, because golly, I know I am, because it was just some of the parts was just kind of profound. There were some profound parts in this video that just was like outstanding. It was real outstanding. They stood out. But let's go on and dive into it, and then I'll talk more about what I was saying about
What's up with it, y'all? True Life
that
Stories.
thing.
Back with another trip report. This had to be one of the most fascinating trips, I must say, that I have had. It was so many different ups and downs and twists and turns that I didn't even know a lot of the things was going to even happen.
It's a roller coaster ride.
And the way
That's
they were
what
coming,
it was.
you know, the way the information was even coming and being thrown at me. It's like, whoa, that's all I can say is, whoa, I already knew that they were going to be outstanding, some outstanding shrooms, but I didn't know that they were going to be like that, you know, and taking me in my dreams and showing me that my dreams were actually existences, like on other timelines.
And it's weird, right? Because why wouldn't you have access to all your dreams? Like that's in a sense, that right there in a sense itself makes me kind of wonder, because I'm going, okay, why wouldn't you have access to all your dreams in the first place? And maybe we do, but we don't practice on it enough to try to see them all the time. Trying to straighten this out. I don't think we don't focus on it enough to try to find out or try to see these things.
And me like going, no, they're not. And then I can see the whole thing playing out. You feel me? Like on other timelines. And then I seen talk.
Look, I can't even roll because, see, when I say like you can see them all playing out, it don't just be that the dream is playing out. You be reliving the dream while it's playing out. That thing be playing out, you be in it, but you a third person looking at it from way over here also. You kind of looking at it from all different types of angles, and it's kind of fascinating.
Being playing out, you feel me? Like on other timelines. And then I seen Toth. I seen the I seen Toth. I seen the. I think that's who it is with the fucking bird head with the beak. It was crazy because
And that's another wild thing is that when you see certain things and you don't even know really who they are, because I didn't research Toth. You feel me? I ain't never read none of before then. At this time, I didn't read the Emerald Tablets or none of that. That was a lot of. So what's up, Velvet? Velvet, my make sure y'all check out Velvet channel. But I didn't know who this thing was. I just knew I came upon it and I seen it, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, yeah.
it seemed like I
And
was
then
in a
that's when I
place that
did.
was like,
Okay, that's when I did research. That's what's crazy because it's a lot of people that meditate, read, and they do all these things, and they already have it. They already have it, but then that's what I'm saying. You can reach it in different ways. There's not just one way to reach any of these things. There's so many different ways out there to get it because it's already in you. It's already a part of you. Because you already it, not even knowing that you it. You already it.
I, it looked like
Yeah,
a
tall.
place made out of fucking peacock feathers and different things of that nature. It had the pyramids and stuff, but I know I've been to this place before.
And
I've been to
and
this
that's
place many
that's
times,
another thing
but I
that's
just
kind of
didn't know.
cool though, right? Is the fact that every time I was getting to that point to where I knew I was gonna see, I could tell when I was gonna see talk because I'll get like these loud these neon green colors, and then I'll see like these peacock feathers. I never could understand why I would see peacock feathers before I'm about to see Toth. So it didn't matter what I was on. Like if I was taking DMT, if I seen those peacock feathers, I knew that's what was coming on. But it was something else I was about to say, and I forgot. I forgot. Hold on, let me go back a second.
This place before. I've been to this place many a times.
Okay, now that part right there, where we always say it felt like I was there before. This ain't the first time I seen this place. That's because, like I said, we exist in all these different realms of reality. We existing in all these places at one time, but we're focused on this one. And the way these other ones are happening, man, it's so hard to explain. I don't even know how to put it in words to explain how the connection between these realities, between, the world of Thoth or Ganesh or any of these different so-called gods that we call gods, because all of them are existing where? They're existing right here in our minds. Everything, all of it is existing right here. That's the crazy thing. But, yeah.
But I just didn't know
it's
when.
so
But they
much,
start
man.
showing me that, on my other existences or my other timelines, they start showing me that, they always been here. Like even when I was little, like they showed me this little box that they used to. It was like a toy that they used to give to me. I don't know if this was when I
Man.
was little or when it was, but it was this little box. It was like
And
a toy though, and
No,
that's
I
where they
remember
probably.
it clearly. It's when I was like before I could even walk, cause I remember I used to sit there. It's crazy how this shit come back, like when you in the experience. But I used to sit there and like it was this little Jack in the Box toy that used to come about. And I used to just stare at it, and that thing would pop open, and all this stuff would come out, and it'll like fill the whole room. Sometimes I feel like when we were younger, we had access to a lot of different things that we don't have access to right now in our minds because we shut off a lot of different parts, like as we went on.
Get the Jack in the Box where it pop out and it scare you, because it was like a little box like that they used to play with me with when I was younger. You feel
And I
me?
could see it
And it had
clearly.
all kind of little things coming out of it, little different types of toys and stuff and things of
Oh,
that
what are you
nature.
doing
But
now?
okay, when I seen Talk though, that was like a trippy thing right there, because at first how he was like basically intertwined into the into what I was seeing. It was like peacock feathers And it was like things that I say peacock feathers because it was stuff like that, bro. And he was like, he popped
It
out
was
like,
stuff
you know what I'm
like
saying?
that,
Like,
bro.
to where I could see him and like, yeah, I'm here. And like, I'm starting to understand that, okay, Taw, that's a state of being. You know what I'm saying? All these different gods, that was a state of being in your mind. You feel me? And like as I'm starting to understand it, Taw, he came out and he like, okay, yeah, he started doing these different poses, like laid up, put his foot up like that.
And he
And he
was
was
like,
like doing like weird
how'd you
poses
get
and
here?
stuff. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? Just sending me like all
it was that was wild, bro, because I could still see it. I could still see like the how he looked. It was amazing because he was sitting on this giant throne, bro, and I'm just like, and he like, to me at first it was like, how'd you get here? Dang, try to turn away from the mic. I turned to the mic anyway. At first he was like, how'd you get here? And in my mind, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, wait, how did I get here? It was like that Rick and Morty thing. Look, how did she get there, Rick? It's like, I don't even know, but she's there. And it was like, I had reached the level of consciousness or whatever you want to call it that just popped me and took me beyond what I was, what I thought I was. I had went so deep. I look at it like I went so deep into myself, seeing the interim parts of myself that I didn't even know that existed, that these things were even a part of me. Because a lot of times when I see these things, I'm looking out the eyes of the thing that is looking at me every time for some reason. It don't matter whether it's ayahuasca, whether it's Anubis. When I'm looking, I'm them looking at myself, but I can hear what they're thinking. I know what they're thinking. Which is the weirdest thing, bro. That is weird.
Different things.
Hold on.
He
I
was
gotta
just
grab my
doing it though,
coffee.
bro. And I'm like looking like, am I seeing this? Like, okay, man, but it's like I already knew all this. I knew all this, but I still didn't get it. So basically, you know what I'm saying? I was in this other place which people would probably call hell. You feel me? Because everything that was there was fucking scary. I'm talking about the predator mouth with eyes.
Oh yeah.
I still see that.
Yeah.
Right now.
That damn
when
creature,
it started
right?
getting like that,
Bro.
It was like already.
That creature right there. I seen that creature many a times. Many a times. At first I used to be scared of it. I would get scared, but now I ain't as scared no more because when you start seeing them and that fear is gone, that thing actually shows you some stuff. It shows you some stuff. It take you deeper into the files of yourself. You feel me? That's just what that thing does to me. A lot of people would have looked at that place and they would have been in fear because it's like, oh, I'm in hell. What am I gonna do? I done made it to hell. I was trying to make it to heaven, but I don't think I was scared at this time like I usually get. But that creature, it looked just like some predator shit, like how the predator and his mouth open like that, and it got the fucking teeth, the fang right there and right there, bro. It looked like that. It had yellow eyes. That thing was crazy.
I gave myself, I already had opened myself up, so it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even scary to me. You feel me? But once it realized that and it's going, okay, he's not scared no more, bam, we can start showing him. That's when it started activating the dream mode and showing me the different states of reality that are
it's wild.
Connected to here.
It's wild because in a sense, it'll show you how the realities are entangled into each other like a woven blanket. How how all the strings come together to make the whole blanket. And it'll show you how it's woven in. And you'll see it and understand it. and be like, oh, okay. And it'll be the simplest little thing. It'll be like the simplest thing that'll connect this moment right here of me saying this moment to that reality and something else happening, but it's happening almost identical to this one. Like it'll show you like that, bro. And it's sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't. But I don't know. I kind of I get it now because I've seen it so many times that it still don't make sense.
To me, it starts showing me these different things, and I'm like going, wow.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, the access to your dreams.
Until then, bro. Until then, that's when I started noticing it, and it's like, wow, it was crazy. But I'm just saying, man, that's what it is basically. These are different states of consciousness that lie within us, that we need to.
And it's wild because a lot of times you don't see everything existing within you, but it's almost like you a computer. Your shit, everything you look at, you save in yourself. It don't matter what it is. What you hear, every song you ever heard. Like really all it takes is to hear a song one time and you can be able to listen to that song 1,000 times in your head without no earphones, earplugs. You don't even got to hear nothing. You can replay that song as many times as you want in your head. But now take that and go, what are you replaying all the time? What are the things that you replay over and over again? Because sometimes we do it with stuff we heard, something bad somebody probably said to us. And that thing, though, once it creates itself, it creates a whole nother reality that exists within you that helps generate this reality and make this reality what it is. It's like your thoughts is making this. I hope I'm saying that right, because that's the only way I can explain it.
Wake up. You feel me? And when
that's
you
the
start
only
waking
way.
These states up, these states of being and these states of consciousness, you start waking them up. That's when you start seeing these different deities. And then these deities, they actually come and they share things with you. And that's basically what it was.
Yeah, I'm finna kill that. But yeah, that is crazy, bro. Because they start actually showing you things. They show you the whole dynamics of whatever that thing is. Like when I first seen Anubis, and I thought everything that was going bad was like this bad thing, oh man, it's messed up. They back in the days they used to kill the king. The king would get killed by the son, or the king would get killed by the wife, or something like that. And you looking at it as all these bad things, but then not realizing that those things were put in motion or put in place in order so you could see what this is. It was a part of the reality that had to take place in order for things to be a certain way. And it's weird, like it's weird to think about, because I'm talking about just situations like, okay, in order for it to be light, this many people had to die behind electricity before we got it right. Okay, in order for us not to get in so many car crashes and die, a lot of people had to get in car crashes, and we had to say, oh, okay, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make the bumper like this and this and that, and make the chassis like this, and do all these different things now. A lot of people had to die in order for us to fix or better the things that was making that happen. And like even with diseases, like people had to die for us to go, okay, well, let's try this in order to try to cure that disease. Like, or else, man, if they didn't die, then we would never be coming to conclusions and bettering the things that we bettering. And it was like crazy because Anubis showed me it, bro. And I could see people killing people. I could see everything that was considered to be bad. And it was like, damn, it fucking made sense. But it still don't make sense. That's the trippy part, man. Yeah, it's a lot of casualties. Like even with war. Like back in the days, we didn't care, bro. We was warring hard. Now we don't war as much. It's more of the little thing, the little ones down here that are warring, the gangs and stuff like that. But we don't have them big giant hold the it's not as much as it used to be, but it's still, I know what stuff going on in Ukraine. It's still happening, but it's not as big as it used to. Because back in the days, we didn't care if we went to a country and we wiped out all the people. It didn't matter. We'll do it. We killing everything. We trying to wipe them all out because we don't want none of them to be here no more. But it's like all these things had to happen to get us to where we are now. It get like we start fixing these little things. Okay, dang, man, we make the car a little stronger to where, you can be driving the Fiat at 100 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour and run into a brick wall and you won't die. Oh, I don't know, bro. But what I wanted to talk about was the fact that with psychedelics, is it the psychedelics that's actually healing you, or is it you healing yourself? Because when it comes to putting in the footwork, no matter what you see when you go in there, when you come back, you begin to be a certain way yourself. You have to be a certain way. You have to act a certain way. You got to present yourself like this. You got to be like that. It's psychedelics, or is it the psychedelics making you do that? Nah, yeah, it's you. I lost my whole train of thought of what I was about to say. And I tried to keep it going, but it didn't go. I tried to keep it going, but it didn't go. But I feel like it's you. I feel like it's you because you taking these trips and you seeing these different things, and when you come back, you decide to change certain things that you see about yourself that you don't like. It's you fixing yourself, but everything is happening with you. Like, it don't matter what it is, what you use and what you take and what you saying. It's always you. So even if you taking this in order to see this, it's still like you yourself trying to fix yourself and repair yourself. But a lot of us, we see ourselves and we don't like it. I think we see ourselves and we don't like it because we a certain way. And people don't be okay with that. Let's say you hurt yourself, but the psychedelics can be a good motive influence to help you. And the Most High heal you, and you want to heal. Yeah, but though every aspect of it that you're going to be looking at is still going to be like you, because it's going to be your higher self dealing with what you think is your lower self. It's still all going to be you coming up with the ideas of what's going on despite what you're getting shown. It's still going to point right back to you for some reason, because you made the decision despite what it was. Despite what you saw or what you felt, you still made the decision. I think they just like your abilities to do whatever. Yeah. But I'm gonna open Discord right now. I'm about to go in Discord. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna open Discord, Charles. If you can, you can pop up in there some way. Let me see. Don't forgetting. Because I had a whole thing. I'm not going to lie. I had a whole thing I kind of wanted to talk about, and then I just lost sight of it. Like, once I start diving into that experience, I kind of lost sight of everything that I was thinking and talking in my head before I even came to the live. Maybe I should have just stopped. I shouldn't even smoked. I should have, like I usually do. I shouldn't even smoke. Let me go over here. What's the land? Look. Ways and for those ways can heal. Okay, yeah, that's what I primarily wanted to talk about is like, are the psychedelics healing you, or are you healing yourself through the psychedelics? Which it would actually kind of go both ways, because it's almost like having a pain and taking some aspirin. You feel me? It's like something like that. But do you believe in solipsism? What is solipsism? I forgot what that even is. I forgot what that was. What is solipsism? Let me see. Dang. Oh, I got to turn my messages off. How do you even spell it? Oh, solipsism. Okay. Let's see. The quality of being self-centered or selfish. I mean, hey, bruh. Look. I mean, Abadi. Look, if you think about it, right, she herself elicits scant sympathy, such as solipsism and lack of self-awareness. Okay, if it means being self-centered and selfish, who is not that? Who is not Who is not selfish? Who is not? Because even when you helping somebody else, you still doing it for yourself. Because you get a certain feeling out of it, or you get a certain, you feel love from it. So who is not that you can't get around not really even being that idea that only one mind is sure to exist, and the position solipsism holds knowledge that of anything outside one's own mind is unsure. The external world and others cannot be known and might not exist outside the mind. Oh, I think it's something like that, but not okay. I think it's something like that, but not all the way, because in everybody's mind, there's its own universe going on that was created by that person, but it's still existing in that person's mind. But that's in every mind that's existing. Then what's the definition of it? Because I'm looking it up right now, and it's saying that it's the quality of being very self-centered or selfish. But then this one, like I said, it says solipsism is the philosophical idea that only one mind is sure to exist. Smaller than the notebook, you can get one like since at Walmart. What? He said a memo pad. Get a memo pad. Nah, then what is solipsism? You need to break that down for me. Give me a better understanding. Because I guess these ones right here ain't being very clear. Souls alone and the pronoun, let's see, self alone. That only one mind, one's own mind, sure to exist. Always consent that knowledge of anything outside one's mind is unsure, hence that there is no such thing as objective truth, and nothing about the external world and its workings can actually be known. It's saying the same thing, bro. But I think everybody creates their own world within them. Like that's what I feel like. I feel like every one person creates their own world, and that world exists in the way that they want it to exist. And then when they die, that world goes with them. So and that's down to the smallest creatures that's existing and just doing and just being. All have their own idea on what the world is or what the world, looks like to them. I think that's why we probably like we go and we come back, because every time you come back and you start all over, it seems like it's a new world. And then the next person comes, it's a new world to them. It's a new world to the next. And then they get to change it and morph it into what they want to. But I think that's happening with everybody. I don't think it's just, I kind of feel like it's one mind, though. I feel like that one thing that's existing in there, that dark, creepy place, whatever that is, that mind thing, I think everybody is connected to that. I think that's one thing. I don't think that thing is separate from anything. So, I don't know. You need to see. When you come up with stuff like that and you say stuff, you got to come in and you got to say something about it. When I Googled it, say the definition is self-centered or selfish. Yeah, that's what I said. Self-centered or selfish. Definition 2 is the view that you are the only one that exists. That's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought. But that's being connected to that. I feel like that's being connected to that one mindness. Like when you connect it to the one mind, then boom, you feel me? You'll think you the only one, but everybody else is, shit, they probably feel like the only one in their mind. Do you believers? Do you believers? Do you believes you are the only conscious being that exists? There is only one God. Nah, I just said that. I just said that. That's nah. I don't believe. I believe all the gods is the one God. I believe we choose. That's why I was saying everybody look at it in their own different way. Everybody in their own mind is going to look at this thing and say, "Oh, this is what it is to me." And to them, it's going to be right. It's going to be right. So it don't matter what God anybody believes in or accepts. That God is still the same God, which is that one mind thing. I feel like. I feel like that you can call it consciousness or whatever we want to call it. That thing is which it seems like even psychedelics is just like another mass in the mass program. In the program that's going on within the game, you have all these masks, and psychedelics is just another mask like the other masks. Like it don't matter what mask you put on. You can put on that mask and you can play the character in the play with that mask on. And to you, it's going to seem real. It's going to be what it is because this is who you chose from all your steps of going through all the things that you went through. This is who you chose was the right one to be. Definition 3. The hole, the rabbit hole, the hole in the rabbit. Hey, hey, for sure, Charles, the rabbit hole. You're going to go farther. You're going to go deep into it. And then, yeah, another rabbit hole. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's another one of those too. That's all everything is rabbit holes. But he said there is only one God. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. I think all because on my experiences with seeing that thing play out, I seen all the gods coming out of one thing, and that thing created all the gods, all of them. It created all the temples. It created all these different things, and these things been started. They had the power to create. So once these things had the power to create, they created. They created their own things, like they created their own gods. And it just went on and on and on and on and on and on. But it all stemmed from one belief system, starting from one God or one thing that believed in this thing that was God. It started from that. And it's weird because you see it in like all the different civilizations that lived. Each one had its own understanding of what that God was, but that God had the same job that they God had, or they God had, or they God had. It had the same job and it did the same thing, the same capabilities. So they're all the same thing, but it's just looked at and said in different languages, bro. If you mean there's only one almighty creator, then that makes sense, but there is many gods. Even the Bible says that. Yeah, it's many gods. Let's see. As himself said, are gods and all. Oh, yeah, Jesus, you are children of the Most High. Yeah, I always said that. I always felt like that. And that why I feel like that now is like all these different things were just talking about us. It didn't matter. We always just put it outside ourselves. But Solicism, from the Latin souls, Talon and Ipsi, self, is the belief or philosophy that there is only a single consciousness that, oh, that of the observer, and the entire universe and all other persons communicated with that exist only in the, can't see that little part, of the observer, in the mind of the observer. Okay, basically, and I kind of feel like that. And it doesn't matter who the observer might be. The observer could be a planet, an asteroid, you feel me, a termite, you know, the it's all within that thing right there. That's what's crazy. It's like the whole universe exists within that thing. Within that thing, it looks at all this in its own way, and it calls it what it sees it. Yeah, and sometimes we just follow. Like, I don't like the old belief systems. Like, I understand them, but they were all, made from a different view on the world, and we didn't came far with our view on the world and what this is, to where we can take what they said and better, we should be better understanding with it. We should better understand it, but we still have to understand too the way that they viewed things was behind the way that they was living in their reality. They had a whole different outlook on life. They were going through different things in life. They didn't have cars. They didn't have this. They didn't have all this technology and stuff that's going on right now. They didn't have all this. Not saying that it was, and a lot of people say, okay, well, they were better back then. Well, they probably was, bro. But, we didn't dove in, and we didn't dove into science, and we're seeing stuff under microscopes. We're using these giant telescopes, which, I don't know. We should be able to see things clearer than what they did then. That's what I feel like. There shouldn't be, and we should be showing each other that. Hold on, bro. Because we be trying to go off the old programs, and the system is updating itself all the time. So it's like, why do we want to go off the old programs all the time and just be the old programs? They have psychedelic technology though. Man, yeah, they did. They did. The psychedelics helped build a lot of technology. Like, that's understood. That's understood. He said they had telescopes. Nah, when I say telescopes, bro, I'm talking about the shit we got, bro, see so far. And I don't know how they were seeing what they were seeing. They didn't have telescopes. They had some other shit, man. They had some other shit. Because they had the stars and everything mapped out on a whole nother level. They had other planets mapped out. They didn't have telescopes. They had some other stuff. It might have been psychedelics, though. But who knows? But they had some different stuff. They had some different stuff. And we might have that stuff, too. We just using it in a different way now. The shit didn't change. I don't know. If they had better technology than we have now. You think so? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Now, even medicines and stuff like that. Like medicines, like it's a lot of stuff they didn't have, but it's a lot of stuff that they did have because they was able to see things, like to see that shit clearly. I don't know what the fuck they was doing. Have anybody ever seen the video on how they knew? Because they always track it to aliens and say the aliens are, either one of the gods. And if they even say one of the gods, then I'm going, they have to be taking psychedelics or something. But I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. Like, that's the only way you're going to see out there without having to use no kind of nothing. You can, that's going to take you all the way out there, and you're going to see it all every time. That's the trippy part. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's still, once you get down to it, it'll be you still making the choice of if this is wrong or if that is right. That's the part that just kills me. Why do the shit always come back to you? And like even me, like I'm thinking in my mind, I don't know what you thinking, but I still ask that question. And I'm like, that's going on with every individual. Every individual. It don't matter what you believe, what you accept to believe. It's you making that decision. It's you doing this. It's you saying, oh, that is that. It's you believing red is red, green is green. It's always points back around to you. And dreams, lucid dreams, astral projection, OBE. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too, is when I was like now when I take psychedelics, when I dive in on mushrooms now, for some reason, in the beginning of the experience, I can see all my dreams. Like so clearly, like clear to like it's happening right at the time the mushrooms start to kick in. I can see all my dreams, bro. It's like the most fascinating thing. And you know, you just I got this thing to where I just go, yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember that. And like it's some roads that I was driving on to where it looked like it was a game or something, bro. But it was like real, like this real life, like place right here. And like different canyons that I went to. It was like this one where it was like almost like a big giant hole in the earth, and like it was, everything was green, flowers and everything, and it's like mountains all around it, and you drive through the mountain in order to go into this big giant cavern or big hole, and everybody used to meet there. But it was kind of weird, like cartoonish, because when you look at it from up here, it seems like it's hella big, but when you in it, it didn't seem so big. And it's like every time now, though, I start seeing all these things come back. I get to where I see my experiences come back, too, at the same time. I'm like, it's weird if we just actually had access, 24/7 access to the mind, what we could do if we actually had 24/7 access to the mind and the entire universe and all the other persons communicated with. This in the mind. Okay, yeah. They have psychedelic technology. Oh, yeah. What's up with it, Christos? Oh, just was chilling. I was chilling. I was smoking this wacky Laffy Taffy right here. The wacky Laffy Taffy, bro. That's crazy. I don't get high like I used to. When I get high now, bro, I get high. I be so high, I can damn near not function. It's like, golly, and I'm still gonna light it back up and keep going. It's my only day I'll be getting off. Terrence talked about state bond memory. State bond memory. What's that? I don't remember that. If we had 24 access, I don't think we get much work done. Yeah, that wacky tobacco. It's dope though now, because when I smoke too, I can see my dreams also. So, because I'm down to like 1-2 blunts a day, except on Sunday. Oh, and yesterday I was able to smoke because I was able to come home and chill and see iron workers just sitting on a beam off the ground, just daydreaming. Huh. Man.
Dude, I had a legit clash.
For real?
It went on for so long.
Well, you gotta tell me in a minute once I'm done smoking.
It went on for like 2 minutes.
Did you record it?
No.
Oh, yo, bad. But no, yeah, like I was saying, I forgot. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, was it Jungle Wizard? No, he was like, oh, that was African 2102. Terrence talked about state bond memory. What is state bond memory? Do anybody know what that is? Let me see. They be trying to, what's the name? They be trying to hate on Terrence McKenna. He was an agent. Oh, man. He was an agent. Type slow as hell. Returns. Let's see. Bond memory. What's the meaning though? In the bond. Makes the can bridge between what?
There.
What?
If you see cheese on the ground and you touch it, doesn't that still count? Doesn't it still count as the cheese touch?
Yeah.
That makes sense, huh?
Yeah.
Because cheese it's.
Oh.
Because look, with the cheese touch, it's basically tag. So cheese it.
Yeah, you it. Let me get a lock on my door. That's it. When you wake from bed, close your, let's see, bed. You're close to the dream state, so it's easier to remember, and access the dream. But when you start the day, it becomes harder. Now, as soon as I wake up, like I dream every time I sleep. It don't matter when, but when I wake up, I'm dealing with Blake or my girl or the kid. I'm dealing with somebody. So I can't. So my dream, when I come out the dream back into reality, it's almost like I go through a tunnel like this. It goes shoot. I go through some light and boom, I pop out and I pop in here and I'm like, I already start to do something. So it's like I let right go of the dream every time, bro. But it don't matter. Every time I sleep, I have a dream. And it's weird because like I said, once I take mushrooms or I smoke, then I begin to see my dreams again and I can just see them oh so clear. How do you know you as a God is not in the dream? Indeed, everyone that you have ever known are just a figment of your imagination. You are the only conscious being. Now, in a sense, I believe part of that, because I believe that, okay, everybody that you see, that you know, everything that you see, you make up this person out of that person right there. It don't matter who that person is. Let's say, like, even my son Blake, like I already have a certain perception of what he is to me, but in his mind, that's not him. In his mind, he can see that part of him being played just to me, but when he go to this person, he's somebody else. He's not looked at like a child around other kids. You feel like, if you get what I'm saying, he's not looked at as a kid. But that's everybody that I know in my mind. I got my certain way of looking at that person. So it's like I created that person and said, this is who that person is to me. Now, that's what I did in my mind, but that don't mean that that person is who I say they are. Like, because I can go around and I can say, okay, yeah, Young Thug is a bad person. Yeah, to me, he might be, but to this person that he's over here taking care of, like his kids and stuff, he's not that person that I see him as. So every time I go along, I'm doing this with everybody I come in contact with, because there's no way that I can download the whole life of that actual person in my mind and see their whole life and know who they are. That's impossible. So we just get these little parts and that make us create who that person is. But in that person's mind, that person is doing the same thing with you. Because he's looking at me and he's going, this is my father. Okay, I love you too, but I'm live right now. Don't stop opening my door. Go play the game until I'm done. I'll be done in a minute. But yeah, to me, this is who I am. Right here, I'm dad to him. But he don't look at everybody as being dad or a father figure or all these different things, but we all kind of do that. We all create this certain just come swipe me for my blunt. Like, you don't need it anyway. But yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is a conspiracy. See, it's a conspiracy. But they made me forget all about right there. Let's see, if you're unable to keep your eyes closed when you wake up, instead of opening them, you can go back into the dream a lot easier. Yeah, because I think that, and just think, if you can do that, then that means that the dream is still going. Even though you left it, it didn't stop. Like, that's the one thing that I started to notice about reality. Is like, once I program myself to try to do something, even if it don't work out that way and it work out this way, that thing still keeps going. That it's like almost like the Russian doll little thing. Like, you just see little spurts of you, little fractals of reality being created, and in that reality, that little part of that reality just keeps going and making it reality. Some of them stop or don't go so far, but most of them, they just kind of keep going. That's why you're able to visit them over and over and over again. It's fucking weird, bro. Let's see. Would it be cool to close your eyes and visualize to create an answer to a problem on the fly, like internal interface? If you're not already doing that, huh? What you can do? Let's see, that's what he was saying with the symbol of the mass to me. Wait, huh? What are you talking about, Phantom Mizzy? So create a killer, suddenly a bad trip, huh?
I'm getting bored.
Okay.
I don't know how to play.
I already told you when I'm done. When I'm done. When I'm finished. Golly. See, man, also create a killer, suddenly a bad trip. There's bad trip thinks no one is real, only his mind, and decides to take off on a rampage. Just shooting figments of the imagination. Nothing is real. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what I be feeling like. Because you can get to, because we like, these are just different states. They are different states of being and existing, and everybody live in these different states. This the one you in. You're not in that state that, oh, it's just me that exists and nobody else exists, so I can do what I want type shit. That's another state, bro, and that somebody's out there living like that though. There's somebody out there, I bet you. So it's a gang of people out there living like that. But like I said, I feel like everybody is in that state. Everybody is in that state. Every which person. Danger with psychedelics is false consciousness. Yeah, people get out of understanding. People get out of knowing what the psychedelics even do or what they are. You know, I don't know, because then you think psychedelics gonna fix you, and a lot of people say that, but I'm going, it's really just you fixing you. That's how come it don't work the way that. I mean, if you gotta keep taking something over and over and over and over and over, I don't think it fixes you. I think that's just you. You fixing yourself. You working on yourself. You know, that's how I feel now. And I'm not taking nothing away from psychedelics. I love psychedelics, and I know you can heal yourself with psychedelics, because psychedelics gonna show you. They gonna show you the parts of you that you don't even want to see, and and you know what you're gonna say? You're gonna call it a bad trip. You're gonna say it was scary. It's gonna show you the darkest parts of yourself. And it's like, but if you read any of these different things we read, like Eric B talking about Thoth, you feel me? Taught to tell you, when you get there, you got to recognize, it's going to be scary, but this is only you. It's only you for some reason. I don't know how. But he said, oh, yeah, he's a rapper that's very influenced by psychedelics. You were describing the concept of the persona and how you create people identities in your head, etc. He pointed to that with his art. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what's crazy, because that's what we do. That's what we do, but it's just amazing that everybody do it. Everybody. Like, it's everybody. So it's not just you, it's everybody. create these different personas, and we choose which ones we want to be, and them the ones that we play out. We choose the best ones, whatever. Who if they say, "Oh, you feel me? Lawyer was the best one." Everybody try to be a lawyer. Oh, this was the best one. Everybody try to be that. Oh, Christ was the one. Everybody try to be Christ. Forgetting that you are you, which you taking all these different things and creating this one desired you. We're taking all the things, and it's crazy because some people will mentally go off edge and do some wild shit. You feel me? But this is who they wanted to be. Yeah. It's who they wanted to be. See, the psychedelics can help you, but you have to will it. Yes, what King Latinate say, you gotta put in the work. Gotta put in the work. Wait, the psychedelics show you, I think I read that. Psychedelics show you, and then you have to do the work to make the changes. Otherwise, nothing changes. And that's the thing, because I think a lot of people that take psychedelics, they think psychedelics is just going to repair them. It's just going to fix you straight up. You feel me? Oh, I'm going to go in and it's just going to fix me. But it's possible. That has happened. But you also have to be that thing once you're done. You have to, you got to exercise the strength to be that thing that you choosing to try to be. You can't just, take it and think it's going to be all well said and done. Like, nah, you got to do some shit. You got to act different. You got to be different. Not saying that you got to stop like me. Like, I feel like I don't have to stop being who I am. But I'm not harming nobody. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not stealing. I'm not doing none of this crazy ass shit that people be doing. I'm not starting shit. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just chilling being me. You feel me? I think because it shell shocks people reality, so they take on the new texture of reality strongly, even though it's building on the new understanding that they take it for the whole understanding. Yeah, that's what's crazy, because people will take it. See, this is what we got this is one thing, like, whenever I do this all the time. This is how come I notice it, is the fact that once we find something that's good to us, we try to share it with everybody else. Like, we try to share it because it's like, I want you to get this feeling that I'm getting from this thing right here. It don't matter what it is, if it's Bitcoin, if it's, a new coffee, if it's a new food, you feel me? I'm sharing it with you so you can get this same experience, the same good experience that I got. But then when we start getting these belief systems, we take them too far, and it's like, okay, if you don't believe, then you're gonna die and you're gonna suffer and you're gonna do all these different things, because this is the tactic that they use to make people believe the things that they had. Like, because if you don't, you're going to hell. This gonna happen, that's gonna happen. It's like, man, they still using that tactic. The police use that tactic a lot right now. You feel me? I'm just saying. I said, that's why I be like, sometimes we gotta get out of the old understanding of shit. Because if we don't, we gonna be stuck in this primitive way of thinking that we got. And we can't see the bigger picture. If I'm saying what I'm saying was correct, men don't have ideas. Man, how you gonna do it? Man, see, I'm gonna have to turn that off. How they gonna try to stop Christos from saying that? Liberator of self at True, checking you out to observe. What's up with it? Oh, not too much, man. Just sitting here, just was chopping it up. Usually I don't come in and just live by myself, but I was just coming in just for that, because I want to watch that that mushroom experience that I had. Plus, I just want to talk about life and psychedelics, and which one, like when you deal with psychedelics, is it the psychedelics that is healing you, or is it you that is healing yourself? Like, I think that's a big thing, because you know, we put everything on the outside of us, and I do feel like it's happening within us. A lot of stuff, like our own feelings, our own ways, the way our own ideas, the way we view the world, and all these different things. It make us create a reality within ourselves that the world is, and the world might not be that. It might be what Jonathan say the world is. Because no matter what Jonathan say the world is, to Jonathan the world is right. It's looked at correctly in Jonathan's eyes. Yeah, Christos. They talking about please refrain from spanning caps. It's like, wait, what? Hold on. Like, I ain't capping nothing. I'm just trying to say something. But no, yeah, because I never do like these talks. And next time I do this talk, I am not smoking no ganja. Next time I just have a live by myself, I'm not smoking, because I get higher than usual. Like now I get real high. I get like I'm up here high to where you can't even see my hand right now. I'm telling you, I'm like that high right now. But I said after this, yeah, I'm not going to smoke when I do. I'll be having to have that clear head, you feel me? But yeah, it's trippy once you start figuring out. I think that's why I've been kind of even going back over a lot of my experiences, is because that simple fact. I'm trying to see, why was I seeing, not just like me seeing the same things that I seen on other experiences, but why was I seeing that? Like, even what was I going through at the time, to try to get a better understanding of the stages I went through in order to get me to where I feel like I'm at right now. He said that's a good problem to have. Nah. Nah, bro, you get too lit, it be over. I probably should have, if I'd have took like a shot or something, it would have connected with the ganja. It is Sunday. I ain't gotta do nothing. Yeah, hold on, wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go take me one real fast. No, I ain't gotta go that far. I'm gonna take me one so it bring me back to my my factual reality. Cause I was like, man, right now I was so high, golly. Okay. Woo. I ain't drunk in the daytime in so long, it don't make sense, bro. I can't even drink. Yeah, you take a good shot of the dose right now in order so I can fractal back in. Because before I started smoking, bro, I'm telling you, I had ran the whole live through my head. I had a whole conversation with myself about it. And I knew all kind of stuff that I had wanted to talk about. But it's like, soon as I hit that weed, oh my God, that's that, ooh, weed. It let go of all that. All that shit was out the window. It was out the window. When I say out the window, it was gone. It got decapitated. Yeah, find the balance. Fine, and I think that's what a lot of the stuff, a lot of the ancients was probably trying to tell us. Is like, you got to find that balance between things, the good and the bad. You got to balance everything on, like, for yourself. Not balance it in a way, oh, he balancing his that way, I'm gonna try to do mine like that. No, you got to balance it for yourself. You can't take somebody else's dream and make, you can, but it don't always work out like that. You gotta balance. You gotta know what's good for you, what's not good for you, what makes you feel this way, what don't. You gotta know it for yourself and balance it yourself. Because Christos, he might balance a little bit to the left, and I might balance a little bit to the right because it's better for me. You feel me? Because we'll try to live the life of these other people. Like, we'll put on their mask and say, okay, I love Terrence McKenna. Now I want to be just like Terrence McKenna. I got to walk in his footsteps. I got to do this. You're not even yourself no more. You yourself trying to be somebody else. It's like, man, you got to balance it for yourself. You got to take all these different things and you got to use it to your knowledge. Not like, okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to just do exactly. No, you got to, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy because if you don't, you're going to find yourself coming up short a lot of times on things because we can't always walk in the next person's shoes. You feel me? LeBron can't be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. LeBron made his own name and said, yes, I am LeBron James. Steph Curry, I am Steph Curry. And they balanced that basketball in a way that couldn't nobody else do it like them. So they made their own name. And I said, damn, I feel like that, bro. You know, I don't want to run with the reputation of, oh, you just like this person or you just like that person. No, I want to be me. I don't want to be everybody else no more. It's like I see what everybody else doing. I love it. I can take pieces of them and I can put it into my life, but I don't want to be them. I like who I am. You feel me? I like who I am now. I'm at that point. I like who I is. You feel me? I love them, but I like who I is too. But if they somebody and you somebody, why I somebody? Different bodies, different balance methods. I got short arms, man. Come on. That mean if you lift weights, you'll get big faster. That's if you lift weights, you'll get swole hella fast than somebody with some long arms. You'll blow. That's how it was. So it's good you got short arms. Start working out. Nah. Yeah, but if you find yourself balanced, bro, like nothing can like fuck with you. It's like weird. And not when I say nothing can fuck with you, it don't matter what comes, you gonna know how to tackle it. It don't matter what it is. You find that balance, you're gonna always be happy. People gonna be wondering why you happy. You feel me? You're gonna always be in your own state. You feel me? And like that be me right now. Like I ain't happy 24/7, but I say shit, the times I ain't happy, I think I'm asleep. But I'm always happy, and I get in my moods from time to time, but I always feel good about life. It don't matter what's going on. And I ain't stopped complaining about shit. I love to complain. What the fuck? If I can't complain, then what the fuck am I doing? Then I ain't noticing shit. If I can't complain about shit, then I'm not noticing shit. But I feel like I like to complain sometimes. I like to visit all these states and have something to do with a little of all of them. As long as I ain't harming nobody, I'm cool. You feel me? Like, I don't know. And I think we just be wanting to, like, even with life, we only want to see the good, bro. We never want to see the bad, you know, because we design the bad on what we want to call it. But I'm just saying we never want to see the bad stuff. And it's like the so-called bad stuff is always happening. You feel me? It's just because you seeing it don't mean you gotta be it, but acting like it don't exist, like it's not a thing or like it's not happening. It's like, come on now, we're never gonna live in that world to where people's not killing each other. We're never gonna get to that place. And if we have been to that place, we ain't even got records of that shit. We don't even got records. We need records of, and that's the story we need to show. Look, this is when the world was a better place. No human would kill another human. This would not happen. And his name was Jebediah Smith, the third, fourth, and he was the one that brought it. We need one of them places. We got to go through all these different things to get to that place. We need a story to where, okay, this was, and the world was just, it was just good. And it's crazy because all the humans can get good, but they ain't gonna make the fucking lions and shit stop eating fucking deer and shit. It's not gonna stop all that. It's still gonna happen. Yeah, I ain't trying to counsel nothing. I read messages. Oh, dang. Somebody messaged me. Who was that? Wait, my bad. Let me go see something real fast, y'all. I think I got a message on the cord. Oh. No, that ain't from... Oh, from Jessica. Oh, from UL. This private, so everybody can't see it. It's private messages. Oh, dang, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Hang up. No. But yeah. Nah, I wouldn't want to be on the council, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I think that's why I kinda like doing YouTube, and I like having the Discord open to where, you know, everybody can kind of come in and chat, because I don't even like listening to myself all the time. I think I'll be liking to have like these conversations we be having together, like as a group. Like I don't like to sit here and act like I got the keys. I know I got the keys to my kingdom. Ain't no doubt about that. But it's like you should have the keys to yours. So you got the keys. You just don't pull them out all the time and use them how you supposed to use them. And I know how it is because my keys don't fit every door. I'm just saying. I tried to use my keys in a couple of places, and they was like, "Bro, that ain't the right key. That don't go here." Hey, a couple of times, but I'm going. I got the keys to mine. You feel me? And I feel like everybody got the keys to their own. That's why you driving. The body is like that whip. You driving that motherfucker. You be putting more than gas in it, though. You be putting all type of shit in it. We be putting all, and I think we forget. Like I forget myself. This is just a vehicle I'm driving. It's a vehicle. You feel me? That's it. What's up with it, Big Chill? Oh yeah. Dang. Oh yeah. I've been talking for an hour and 13 minutes. Yeah, I'm tripping. But yeah, I'm gonna go in and open the Discord though. And see what y'all talking about, Ty.
Oh yeah.
Don't listen to the
Oh,
story.
my headphones went off.
A station 9 saves a station time saves 9.
Oh yeah, what y'all talking about?
I just said it.
I didn't hear you. My headphones had turned off.
I said 9 and time saves 9. Or station 9 saves time. Either one.
What the heck? Yeah, I'm lost. What's up with it, UL? Because Alley Cat then took Roy off the grid. And
He blew the wind that threw me off the grid, just so you know.
Nah, but UL.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, my question to you.
No.
'Cause this is what I was doing live with. Okay. With the psychedelics, right?
Manager says I can't.
Take it.
I was told no.
Oh,
You were
dang.
told no.
She don't even
was
be.
told no. You had nothing to do with it.
She don't even be oracleizing right.
Yeah, exactly.
Today the moon is not next to the sun. I'm just saying you can answer questions.
Yom Kippur. It's Yom Kippur. You can get an answer.
You can answer questions, but nah. I came in, dang. I should have brought my gun.
It wouldn't help. She said she's got multiple lives.
It's definitely a gunfire.
DMT reports, especially following DMT near-death experience, saying
First
we
of
are
all,
in the dream, but there is only one dreamer. Oh yeah, yeah, I seen that a billion times. But
here's
nah,
something.
I,
Continue. My bad. I cut
okay,
you off.
yeah, I
Go ahead.
want. Okay, which this is to everybody. Like I was doing a live
You all
about
gonna wake the dreamer up again?
psychedelics, okay, and like, okay, is it you fixing yourself with the psychedelics, or is it the psychedelics fixing you?
It's both.
If it's not broken,
Think about this. When people are going through an experience and they say that they're suffering,
Uh-huh.
who is watching it? They
Oh
say
damn.
I took some mushrooms and it felt like I was dying. I was in this room. I was getting eaten by this and it was a tornado. And but then this happened and this, but they see their bodies.
Oh.
so who's who?
So what's that of who's who?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
who's
I did the
who?
other day when I
Me
saw
watching
the.
you. Me watching you.
I was watching myself,
Me
and there were
watching
little
me.
tiles. So it's like third person.
And like, look alive.
So in your what about it? So that's how you feel in your experiences, just Ty?
And some and experiences that come across. We'll see how we can attach ourselves to different personalities during different like it's like the hold on the center are it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
But yeah, but it's like it's just like how what is I don't know, it's so where are you starting off in the first place with the person asking the question?
yeah, yeah. They somebody was talking about solipsism. Ain't that, is
Right.
that how you say it? Right? Solipsism, solipsism.
Is that nothing has any
doesn't
meaning
exist
or
but
something like that?
you. You're the
Oh,
because you're the point perspective. There is no other perspective. They all must be a part of your point perspective.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
What
You
you
must
think?
be the dreamer.
What you think about that though, UL?
Because you are the dreamer. It's just that you're taking the wrong point of perspective.
But if you are the dreamer, ain't everybody else's dreaming? What
You're the dream.
what is that thing that is having all the dreams?
Yeah, that's you. Well,
You.
But that's what is you.
dreamer.
I don't get it.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. I was saying that
Me
I was trying to wake
neither.
people up.
Everybody wants to wake up, but that's the
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah.
The dream is to be having these
Yeah.
thoughts and
You know,
looking
because
around this restaurant.
it's a perspective like translation. You didn't see the thing I posted about the illusion thing?
Nah.
Mr. Nope.
I just had seen something that you had sent me, and I was on the live. So
Oh no, that was about something else.
You seen something that you sent somebody?
But yeah, the illusion thing. Yeah. So it's if you this let's go read it. It's like you have the illusion. Right? The illusion is what people perceive it to be, something that is like false. It's disguising itself.
yeah.
Right? Then you have the illusion, right? Something that they're trying to reference it to, but it's the same thing that is disguising itself that they're trying to reference it to.
I'll read the laugh.
Then they're
Right.
trying to also escape this thing. They're trying to elude this thing. But it is the thing.
It's the
It is the
same.
thing at being.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing being all those things.
Yes. It's so it's
That's-
With
It was like I
everything
was
being
saying.
relative, it's like you can't. It's like when the dancer becomes the dance, or when the saxophone player starts becoming the song. It's
Yeah,
like these two referential things that that person is right. They are the
I got
observer,
that
but
same track.
there's also things going on as well. You know.
Artistic.
Yeah, and that's what's weird about like my psychedelic experiences. A lot of them now, it's like I become the experience, no matter what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking
That's
weird as
cool.
shit. Like you playing the guitar and you become the melody.
Because that's like the song that's always kind of coming out of everything. It's like, where do you want to collapse anything into the perspective? But
Oh, that's
you're
dope.
just
That
like
horse play.
you see, as the individual, we separate ourselves, I believe, and that's like the filter that when we come back, so that becomes the translation. Oh, I'm the only one in the universe. But it was like I was saying, like no thing is number thing is the number one, numero uno. It's just that same one thing again.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
thing.
But that's how I was getting into the all illusion thing. That's kind of why all illusion got me, because
It's a figment of your imagination.
also
So,
reference engines. Reference. I'm
but
not gonna
what is that
catch.
trying to entail if if you're the only one that exists and nobody else exists?
That everything is set out for you to do as you do. With all the confusion, with all the good, for whatever it is, we always exactly where we wanted to be. Because we set
It,
ourselves up at every angle possible without even knowing and knowing.
it's not that no one else exists. It's everyone is part of that same one thing, which is it's it's an
Same.
oxymoron. It's a jumbo shrimp. How is everyone part of one thing, right?
Yeah,
So it seems this like opposite kind of thing, but it's
It's like the
experientially known. Yet logic tries to break it down. So that's how logic and experience are
That same.
headbutting each other. We try to relate something to somebody who hasn't been to the top of the mountain. Well, they're not going to know what the top of the mountain fucking looks like till they get up there.
yeah.
Did egg come before the chicken, or the chicken come before the egg?
So what is
They came
okay?
together.
Damn, but what would be the one thing that was just one that was everything?
The one thing we can call it a bunch of different words. None of these words actually describe what it is, right? A word to describe it is the non-dual self.
Yep. And I would even say any concept that we think about, any word that we do, is a part of what it's doing.
yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was talking about being the whole reference engine. Yeah, that
Like,
the
oh, it's
illusion
this. Yeah,
thing.
that's
It
what it's
always
doing.
That's what
refers
it's
back
doing.
to itself. It always has to refer back to itself, because there
Yeah.
is no outside of the fishing bowl, the fish bowl, or
You
whatever.
can't not talk about it.
Yeah, it's
You're always
always
talking about
listening.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not that
It
that
said
you're talking
solipsism
about.
was the beginning.
It's talking about itself from like the
Yeah.
smallest points too,
Yeah,
from
from
what
the
we would call a
smallest.
Planck scale. Planck scales are kind of in communication with other Planck scales that build up communities of Planck scales that then become bigger things that become us.
Right.
Us and them.
Yeah.
Them is us.
Yeah. And since they're on a weird scale level at a certain point, that what we would call space and time don't even really exist to them, on because they'll shift between these points, because all these points
Yeah,
are entangled.
the way you move.
I think that's the part that gets me is that all that stuff is still existing in one place.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what we would call a place. One
yeah.
place, one
Yeah,
time.
and what we call one.
Yeah.
Just that's like how they always said the aliens come in a form that's easy for you to accept. So they'll come as like a humanoid or something. I think that's what concepts and a lot of things. And as we
Yeah,
become
because
more
one
aliens, allegedly, it expands, but it's still part of the same thing, still the same concept.
because one is a concept. ONE. The number one is a concept. You can't find one of anything here. You can't find one. Go and look for one shoe, and you're gonna find a shoelace and a sole, and then there's some fabric tied together, maybe some thread. There's so many things that make up that one thing. So saying numbers are a concept. Numbers are an idea. Numbers are a general communication way to say to agree on things that are going on. Just like these
Just like
words.
words. It's like
Yeah.
thinking in general,
Yeah.
ideas.
Symbol translations.
Hey, Aman Abadi said, you can never falsify solipsism. There isn't a single experiment to prove that other people are conscious like you. Damn. Ain't
All
that
right,
some
so
shit?
hold your nose,
Because
hold your
consciousness
breath
is an unprovable
until you,
experiment.
yeah, well, it is provable. You can hold your breath and see what tries to fight for life.
Yeah. Even in the point where somebody will like kill the big body, like the big body form. You know, like all the other forms that kind of make up the big body form are still like on their layer of like certain conscious, or what we would call consciousness, because they can do patterns and build up algorithms and
Well, I think
even the designing of us,
yeah,
the
but
body.
I don't know. I think exile. That's like saying pinch yourself to make sure this is real.
Yeah.
No, what was the sentence? He said nobody can ever prove to you that this thing is real. Well, you can prove it to yourself. You can
Yeah.
try to hold your breath. Okay, so hold
No,
your
he said
No, he said
he,
anybody else.
he said there
Sure.
isn't a single experiment to prove that other people are conscious like you.
Yeah, so that'd be
Sure.
like pinching somebody else and being like, hey, you felt that? And if you don't think of it exactly like how I thought of it, then that means you're not conscious.
Yeah, it's the big conscious
It's kind of a
problem,
bullshit statement.
because they also don't know how conscious emerges, because they don't have an experiment for how conscious could have emerged out of just what they perceive as an unconscious fractals
If we're
of
all if we're all
dust.
sitting in a room and we all hold our breath, and then True dies because he held his breath, well, we can tell that he's no longer conscious
I'm just picking
anymore.
up for Manny.
He said he was real.
No,
We shouldn't have tried that. He was real.
no, but that's what I'm saying on a perceived level basis, though. Like even on other levels, like the things like why the air actually is the system that is used, because it's all in the pattern of what is like a greater conscious, what we would consider like an intelligence. That's why people are like to look at these things as like a god or something that is trying to form or formulate their way of existing, but they're just part of this formulation.
You know what that remind me
Right.
of?
Well, putting it outside of yourself instead of accepting or realizing or being receptive that you are that. Like,
Yeah.
how can we not talk about it? Well, how can I not be it? I am that thing.
Say like it's like a great equation, like this equation that is being run. We are part of that equation.
Yeah.
It's all quantum physics.
So this kind of reminded me just now of the logic that you're using. Like he died, it must be real. You remember when they had like the witch trials? So it's like if you died, you were telling the truth. But if you lived, you weren't.
Yeah, I was gonna say it because I was thinking of it. I said they used to tie the witches up and they throw them in the water.
Drown them.
Yeah, and it's like if they get out, if they float and they live, okay, they wasn't a witch.
No. If they lived, they were a witch.
They were a
If you
witch.
died,
Oh,
you
was
were
it?
innocent.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
They-
no.
Yeah. They just want to kill people.
I guess.
If you didn't burn in the fire, then you were a part of the devil, and then they killed you.
Kill people.
But if
What?
you
Yeah,
burned in
they
the
ain't want-
fire, then you were good.
You didn't drown,
What the?
then you would die by pound.
Yeah, they didn't want wives thinking on their own. Oh, you thinking on your own? Are you a witch? What the fuck? Fire.
Can't read. Burn the books. Burn the books and the women.
That is wow. I didn't
You
see.
witch.
Any
I-
women was
Logic. Okay?
bad.
That was logic. Puritan logic.
I must.
You are no longer
I
pure.
read. I think I read it wrong or something.
Yeah, you did.
No, you're
You
not
did.
pure. You're a whole.
Yeah.
I made it into what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be that. Okay, I was going. Okay, yeah. If you live, you lived. If you drown, then you out of there. But oh wait, you dead either way it go.
If you drown,
You
you
give
were
it-
innocent. You can't do anything about it. And if you lived, you were not innocent. We gotta kill you a different way by the fire.
Damn.
Gotta cleanse your soul.
Yeah.
Eating alive.
We still do
Anger.
shit like that today.
We still do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rage.
Yeah, this Velvet Channel, y'all. So check it out.
Because
Yeah, cheers.
what
Shit.
they would call scholasticism is still a ism that was kind of implemented into a lot of thought. You know,
Mannerisms.
Started
Okay.
raining too.
until like where people have to prove their
Mannerisms.
worth is, you have to prove
Yeah.
that you are worth of being an actual, or you are, infidel. Whatever.
When people were property, yeah, they still are.
Hey, you better prove you can flip them burgers, or I ain't putting your ass on the grill.
Hey, listen,
What the fuck?
I'm going back to sleep then.
Hey, talking about you signing up for the burger flipping job, but you ain't never flipped burgers. You ain't even cooking them perfect and shit. Nah, you gotta prove yourself. That's just how it
So
is,
you only
no
hire
funny, yeah.
experienced burger flippers.
huh?
Yeah.
I
You
miss.
You never give somebody their first job.
Yeah, a couple times. I'm gonna show you, and we gonna give you a couple of days because we got that 7-day grace period to see if you good enough to be here. And after that,
7 chakras of grace. Yeah.
yeah, people
Hey,
come
no,
back.
no,
My
bro.
burger wasn't cooked all the way yet, bro. You out of here.
You don't
Hey,
even gotta
have
be the coldest
spectrums
chicken no
to
more on the grill,
See if
bro.
he's good or not.
You don't even gotta be the best burger flipper now. All you gotta do is just show up and then make the system go efficiently. If you could just show up to fill in the place, valid. They don't even care, like, depending on the place. I ain't saying high-end restaurants and shit. But, like, if you just, like, fast food, what's the name? They just care about you just being dependable rather than, like, being
Yeah.
the best nigga there or some shit. Like, they just need a roll to be filled, and then boom, so the system could go efficiently. It's like, we
Yeah.
don't care what type of oil we got. We just need some oil, nigga, so we can just get this shit moving.
Welcome,
We just
Velvet.
get this shit moving.
Ew.
Like,
But still, at the same time, though, you not gonna come and just show up and then you cooking the food wrong. People sending plates back. You
No, but check it
it's
out.
not gonna
Check it
happen.
out. Check it
You
out.
coulda
On
just
that
did some
note,
meth.
right? On that note,
Restaurants, you have higher likability of the food getting sent back, so you come up with a whole nother business platform where it doesn't matter if you have teenagers cooking the food because they're going to take the food and leave.
cremate.
Yeah.
yeah, they gonna take this food and leave.
And people
no,
still
check-
buying the arches. They still buying Ronald McDonald, the funny clown. They still buying the Happy Meal. They
Yeah.
still buying ba da ba ba ba. That's what you buying.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
word. Foolproof in it, bro.
Buying the words, the advertisement. That's what you're buying. You're
That
consuming
boy
that.
said
But
McDonald's got Cars toys now.
check it out though. But check it out. You know how the same guy flipping the burger and he didn't cook it all the way, so he got fired. He went somewhere else
Sonics.
in a
What?
different culture, a different language, and they called it medium rare. Now he's the king chef
A
over
medium
here.
rare, huh? Look, cook them burgers like you was over there.
So the same system.
This is
that
food made mignon.
paying twice over here.
I said, yeah, that'd be NBA players. They lead the NBA. They go over there to Taiwan and China. They scored 45, 50 points. You feel me? Con favorite player, Dwight Howard.
Nothing about it.
45 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists. Yeah, he a center. He got 5, 6 threes. You like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, because it's easier to get to the resources there.
Where's the man from?
Why would you go over into the place where the hurdles is 9
Yo,
feet
did
tall when they got
hear
2
about
feet tall?
bro?
Customer service about what?
Yo, LeBron trying to got rumors of $1 billion contract with Saudi Arabia in 2 years.
God
Or
damn.
something like that.
ISIS?
Yeah.
Wait, for what?
Yeah, they want him to be a star over there. $1 billion to play basketball and be a star, take
Damn.
pictures and all that. Be an
Yeah.
idol.
Yeah, they
See, that's
gotta
what they
bring
did
the
with Dwight
kings and the
Howard,
best
They got that oil money.
Golly.
No,
You gotta
but you
bring
got to
it
remember,
forward.
that's what they used to do in the past. Oh, this guy, he's seen by the people as special or is born a certain way. Let's post him up. This
Yeah.
will bring in a whole lot.
A
The
whole
$1 billion
lot.
they give to him gets them, whatever,
5 billion
millions
probably.
more people.
It's like the
That's
Harlem
Globetrotters.
Dang.
Guys that the
Yeah.
first
It's the Pocahontas.
NBA.
Systems trying to flow around systems.
Hey, if they did that, well, they did it. Under Armour did it with Steph Curry, so I don't understand why anybody else wouldn't do that with LeBron.
Or any other celebrity. But that's
How much they give Steph Curry?
Man, he got like $1 billion contract with
What they give Steph?
like $1 billion
Ooh.
contract with Under Armour.
That's why he always wear Under Armour.
Hell yeah, he get everything free. He don't gotta pay for that.
For free.
Yeah.
back
I
in the
know,
day.
but they got a certain look to Under Armour. Always
What
look
has
like you
happened
stiff.
is people forgot
Oh,
that
yeah,
that's
yeah.
basically what they design is
That's-
these systems that they will kind of invest into and then have them sponsored by them. But they are just kind of caught up in high investments without any return, without,
Yeah. Yeah, but they, Under
Yo, this,
Armour, you see a lot of people with Under Armour now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the influence.
Yeah,
Blowing
I
up.
used to rock it.
Thing. You
But
have
they-
to push that thing.
But then LeBron James, well, did Michael Jordan make like $1 billion off Jordans?
In what time frame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
he's still
LeBron to be the
flipping
second
millions.
one up. LeBron to be the second one up to be a billionaire off basketball. I'm just saying. That's lit. Cause I take
That's
it.
because he did more than basketball. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Ozo?
Yeah, a lot of those things you'll see though is about how they'll entangle themselves into multiple things. Like if they just try to do sports or whatever, or I'm just gonna be the greatest rocker, right? And if they don't entangle themselves right, they got that one big hit, but then they never have anything else after that.
That's why you see Shaq always doing icy hot fucking commercials and shit.
Yeah.
He's a DJ now too. He's real
Yeah.
good.
What
He's trying to
are
get
you
in
going
shape
to
now. He was
entangle
talking
yourself
about.
into?
Yeah, Shaq went from police officer to all type of
He
shit.
just be having fun.
Yeah, he just be doing
flowing.
what he do.
And you know what? Shows you that you don't have to settle into one thing.
Yeah.
You
Even
know?
if it's you flip burgers.
You could be a burger, a doctor, Latin on the side, read the law, dabble in lawyer. You can do whatever the hell
I
you
bet
want.
you a lot of those doctors use burger flipping to make certain types of connections where they can get actually better types of,
Yeah, when they have
Business
their
people.
weekend soirees
Yeah.
with their rich buddies and they're flipping the burgers and they're like, oh, I learned this new trick over here.
all these types of what you would conceive as like a low, job is also a technique that somebody else may be using on a high end to, you know.
Yep. When I was working at the ice cream shop, it was this girl that had this whole job downtown on like the high floor and everything. And she said, "Yeah, I just do the job for fun."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to came back. She was so cool though. She taught me a lot. She was
Yeah.
dope.
I said Shaq got all the side quests. He ain't
Yeah.
She
tripping.
used
He
to ride her
touching
bike
it
like
all.
$14.
Shaq touching it
Yeah.
all, right?
That's the thing, you know. What is it? Jack of many trades or something like that.
Yeah.
Master of none.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah. You could get into and basically that's what you are in life, anyways. Multitasking between being a dad and a business person and an employer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah, that
acknowledge
kind
it,
of blew
then you
my
can work
mind.
it.
Because
And
it
kind of
seemed like
merge
that's
those
what the
things
thing
together.
is doing. It's being all these
Yeah.
different things at one time, but it's still that one thing.
Yeah,
And
merge
It's
then-
them
even
together.
thinking about being the thing.
Yeah.
Cheers, Big Chuck.
Where can you merge
Big
in the
Chuck.
things of your hobbies to your job to your
Oh,
family
cheers,
to,
y'all.
you know,
I'm
your
already
So it's
vacation,
a
all
complete
those.
system
Yeah.
and a complete ecosystem. They all
So
water in
gears aren't
themselves.
turning against, they're trying to grind each other off, but they just turn together smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ozo, man, your mic messed up. We can't hear you.
Oh, all right, my bad. I ain't even saying nothing.
It's
Oh,
also the
oh.
whole
I thought the aliens
gaming.
had you.
Every time.
Since it's a part of the game to use the game. It's kind of like remember Ready Player One?
Yeah.
How he like at first they wanted to go. They've been playing for a long time. Everybody had been playing. Everybody's swearing that they're trying to get to the thing, but the getting to the thing they all perceived was just becoming the best known, the highest. Until
Yeah.
the person decided he was going to just play the game his way, and that's basically what everybody always does to get to be the best known anyway. If you just play the game the way that you play it.
Yeah.
Yep. Picking pomegranates.
Yeah.
Just gotta play the game.
What's up, Quinn Beast?
It's always referenced back to something that's kind of been in the system
But
already.
this is the crazy thing, though, right? Before you play the game, first you have to choose a character.
Yeah.
Or a few.
Yeah, but you already been a gang of characters before you choose another character. It's like you constantly choosing characters and running through the characters, being the characters as you go.
Refining.
Yeah, because there's a branching.
And that's just another thing in the system, choosing to do different things. Like you set up a secretary.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to limit it to just one.
Cause you go, yeah, I'm gonna put on that. I'm gonna put on them gloves. You feel me, with that hat, and then I'm gonna put on that shirt. But I'm gonna put this shirt right here under that shirt in order so when I put on them pants and them socks and them shoes.
And if you see how long,
Right here, I got your gloves.
I'd say if you see how long people take on character creator screens, you appreciate yourself a lot more. Like, oh yeah, I put this all together.
Yeah.
So when I put these gloves on, it's like the cape, right? Which cape am I wearing when I put these gloves on? Am I you know what's funny? Someone asked me that. I was in the store and I was doing something and I went to check them out, like to check out their order, and they were like, "Oh, why are you wearing gloves? Are you, what did they say? Are you killing someone or are you cleaning?" I said, "Either way, I need gloves, right?"
Fibonacci sequence.
You
And
do.
like, they didn't like the answer, but it was true.
They take
Yeah.
uniform as omniform.
Can't stay, so I think I wore some orange.
Man. He said tonight when you go to sleep, try punching someone in your dream. It sure feels like there are feeling pain or thing could ever be something in that your consciousness. Is that your consciousness?
Yeah, just like if you punch somebody in real life, they feel that pain, bully.
See, that's the crazy
Don't
thing
be a
about
bully.
dreams, because I think the dreams are what the creator thing of this thing is doing. Because when you go into dreams, The dream is all you. It don't matter the punch, the things that's being said, the people in your dream. You made them
That's
up.
your mind.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
it's your dream. It's inside you. So it's like,
Yeah.
but
Even
when
the
I throw
question.
punches, man, yeah, when I throw punches in my dream, they be slow.
You're not a one that sits on the throne. That's where the people keep getting missed. You know, you kind of are being built. You are a generated thing out of a system.
Even if you have hands, like you have to have a dream about punches.
It's like,
period. You can't even
Yeah.
have a random dream and just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna just throw punches." Like it has to be a dream about throwing punches that are slow.
Yeah.
It has nothing.
Like you got into a fight, like something happened, and you was somebody who tried to do something to you, and you had to, yeah.
Do you ever realize you're doing it to yourself? Because remember I told you that dream where I thought I was being chased by a wolf, and then I woke up like as soon as the wolf jumped towards me, I held up my hand to like shield my face, and it bit me here. But when I woke up, I was biting myself. Like, yeah.
Melvin said when I dream, I be trying to punch. He say in my dreams, my fists be so heavy I can't lift them.
Yeah, it feels like slow motion, and when you do connect, for me, it's like a ripple, like a ripple. It's not like a punch or anything. Like when it connects to whatever, it feels like a ripple pattern vibration thing.
Yeah, mine it'd be like a little soft kitty smack, paw smack, or something like that. It'd be so slow.
It doesn't connect for me. It just like I'll see the beginning with the force, and then I'll see the end where it does that, and then it's just like ripples. Like what the fuck?
That's what I mean about reference engines.
What you mean?
Okay, when you step out, right? What are you doing? You're referencing like, oh, all this information. This is how a step's supposed to be.
But
that's why they can make a robot to do it, because they just kind of understand how it was doing it. You know, you are referencing past information on, oh, this is stability. But is that stability, or is that just a reference point that you decided was stability for the form that you have taken?
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what I think. It's like you decided it in order so you can take this form, and so you can take that form, so you can take that form, so you can be
you
the
never
different
just
personas.
trapped in there like somebody created you and say, all right, now you just here forever.
Yeah.
Like
that's
you,
what I
that's
mean.
you
Like,
doing that.
If, like reincarnation, you know how people talk about reincarnation. Which one are you then? Which one is you? If you know, is it 19th century, 2058? You know, which you is you?
Yeah.
When is, or is it the you
like
now? Or are you going to now beat up all the past life ones that you consider are not yous?
All of them are you, though, right? That's how.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, definitely be a message to you. Like, what does it mean? Why would you even have a dream, right? That you get to a position where there's something that you have to shoot at, and then the bullet comes mad slow out the gun, like in a cartoon, and falls in front of the gun and just melts down instead of shooting. Or the motorcycle you on,
because you're taking
the gas
a
don't
reference
work.
from
It
a
goes slow
different
motion.
realm. You're referencing to a place where bullets go boom right through people, boom right through people. But that's not where you are.
Yeah, in this realm, it might be the same. It's force is a bullet, but it's not the same chemistry or physics or effect.
I'm gonna tell you, this reality remind me of Rick and Morty, right? Remember when they was getting chased by them little bug creatures, and he bumped into dude that was like, I don't know if he was smoking or something, or he was doing something with something, and then this little creature popped out, and it started as a little organism, and as it was growing, it was looking at him, and it just started running, and then it just got old real fast, just was like, and died.
Yeah. Well, that's the race of life.
Yeah. Hey, it didn't know what was going on. It didn't even matter. It just was following what the one that created it was doing.
A reference engine.
Yeah.
Reference from what was happening around it, and just kind of took that as the only way.
Yeah, it's the only way. He came in the motherfucker running. Like, and just ran all the way till he died. And, it was like a few seconds.
The human race. Race, yeah.
Yeah, the human race.
That's the race.
Yeah.
Race.
The rat race of life forms.
And everybody going, hey, you got to go this way. Hey, jump, you got to hop this brick wall. Hey, no, you got to swim across this canal.
No,
you
we don't hop brick walls. That's deadly. Don't do that. No, that's going to kill you. No, we don't do that. You only can do the swimming through the river. That's the way we do it.
Wires start popping out of your head, and you're like, you get.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, through the tall grass. The tall grass was the best way, I'm telling you. That's
But what about the velociraptors? No, tall grass is deadly. Don't do the tall grass.
We can hitch a ride on a big toe.
Big tree is now the way.
Yeah, the big tree is now the way, and then somebody's going, it don't matter the way.
Why always got to not make sense? Run through the grass, but don't let the grass touch you.
That don't matter the way, guy. They're all oh, shut up.
Yeah, see, when you cross the river, you got to cross the river, but you can't get wet. But you got to swim across.
If you get wet, that's fine, but you can't take the clothes off and squeeze it out straight in water. It's going to be thirsty over here when you get out.
Go in dry.
It's the same thing. If you drown, you were guilty.
And it's weird because it's like, it's all, make me feel like the way the blood go through the veins, all these blood cells just going the way that they was told to go, or the way they was channeled to go. So it's like, you see all these people going this way, all these people going that way, all these people going that way, in every which direction. They crossing the stream and alligators coming out grabbing people. And some of them make it.
They said to go.
Yeah, because if they come up with a system of
why.
No, have you seen the deer do it though? How did the deer come up with a system of dealing with that? They didn't come up with like some animals, like the buffalo. Not certain buffalo will fight them, or like hippopotamus will fight them. But they came up with a system of becoming a cluster group.
Yes. Yeah.
Herd.
we gonna lose some of us. But a lot of us gonna make it. We gotta lose y'all. We y'all sacrifices, and then we go y'all sacrifices.
Yes.
We had to sacrifice. Where's Jim? Well, it was the great river crossing sacrifice. Jim didn't make it.
They had to teach the youngins, right, how it was to cross the river. So they sacrificed
multiple dreamers.
Few.
You're doing that to your body all day. All day, you're sacrificing.
Yeah,
that sacrifice is happening all the time.
I ain't sacrificing shit.
Every moment. Every moment.
This was unright.
Every day, all day.
As you crack the bottle open again.
Yeah.
We do sacrifice right there. Right there.
Hey, this shit is. Hey, it's still reserved. But mine said tonight when you go to sleep, try punching someone in your dream. It sure feels like their pain is constant. Let's say you're living a dream as a countless psychedelic trip reports and near-death experiences, and you can't have multiple dreamers. Huh?
What?
Well, we talking.
Oh damn, that's multiple dreams right now going at
in
one
the fraction
time.
of a dream, though,
Right now.
like
30
when
dreams.
you're a dreamer, right? Say just in your fractal dream memories, right? You can be a dreamer inside another layer of a dream where you're now multiple layers deep, where you're now like not just a character asleep in a world who's now putting on another world show, but you're now the people on the outside who you're unconscious to, and the people who you now believe that you're conscious to inside this new under layer. So it doesn't like even matter. That's what I mean. Like you are just the generated like awareness. Like like the awareness part, which we perceive as like the final end. That's what I was saying. Like in that experience I had, it was just another tool that we were using. It wasn't a final end. Even the you is a tool. That's what I was saying. Like the you is a tool that is used for formation.
Yeah, the puppet to the bacteria and the viruses.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
pulling the string.
well, even them.
And the forces of the
I be
wind,
pulling the shit out them strings.
the forces of
Yeah, but yeah, it's like that, all that kind of coming together, like the air that's coming around you. That's a part of the part of your consciousness. Like Exile say, stop breathing, and that part of your consciousness will go away, and you won't be able to access that anymore. All the things that part of that entangles throughout your system, you'll lose all connection to that. You know, because that's what you're using. All these different connections, all the bacteria in your gut and in your body, cut them out, and you'll die just the same way as.
Here.
Yeah.
That's how you translate here, though. But you know the pareidolia thing I told you about?
Yeah.
So reality, when we're looking at each other, we're having pareidolia because it's many parts to us. We're just seeing the
Right, but here's the jump off point or a foundation, a balance node here and here and here and this moment and this moment.
When you look around, you're not having pareidolia. Opposite.
So
that's why even there needs hair in it.
Who is having the moments though?
We. The wee way. The woo wee way.
Like who is? We are the ones having the moments, but but your moments ain't my. But your moments can't be my moments.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
How did I just hear you? How did I just understand what you just said? If we're not sharing a moment.
Yeah, we sharing this moment, but I'm just saying you still looking at this moment differently than what I'm looking at this moment. So your moment is still different than mine, but it's even though it's the same.
Yeah, because together
different and same or just go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying together is like the generator of the moment. Like all the yous get together and boom, you generate a moment. You in a void, you can't generate a moment. So you then start to create, other things to bounce you off of. Oh, that's a this, and that's a that. And then you reference it to something else. Oh, it's an octopus looking thing.
My
that tree looking motherfucker
come together.
Yeah, it's a common denominator for pattern recognition. You're gonna condense it into that translation.
The pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're condensing the information to try to translate.
He said, Kalindi
Kalindi
talked about being able to astral project and meet with other astral projections from across the world. I've always thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Because you're entangled with them right now.
Yeah.
Right now you're entangled with what we would call their subconscious.
Can you imagine you do that though? And now you got a FaceTime you can't turn off. Now what?
Oh yeah. I just seen
Come
the
on, you
movie.
trying Black Mirror? You trying Black Mirror the Astro World?
Was that the one? That was the one where he fell in love with the girl that was in his head, and she had him go kill her husband.
Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah, they got a lot of those.
Thanks.
And he went to jail, and she was still there. Yeah, he something happened, and then he started talking to this girl that was in his head, and he fell in love with her. And she was real, and she told him to go, that she didn't love her husband, and all this stuff was happening. So he went, and she set it up to where he killed her husband, and he went to jail for it. And she was still kind of could talk to him though, so she was like, "Ain't nobody gonna know."
Yeah, but see,
I forgot. Was that Bandersnand? Was that Black Mirror?
Black Mirror is usually
right then. Hold on.
But it may have been.
That
Either Black Mirror or Twilight Zone, it sounds like.
What's that one? I don't know. It's like that one where they
That's
had
that's a true story though.
Okay, you're not no longer a part of the society, but you can see it. But you're literally a big blur. They blur you out. because you can't talk to nobody, see nobody. I mean, you can see them, but
Oh yeah,
blur.
you've been socially edited.
Yeah.
No, but people do that already. That's just kind of like
Yeah.
a statement on something that people are already doing. They're just trying to find another layer to do it on. Like what people do, like the homeless people, or
They're
to
socially edited. Like
yeah, they're socially edited. Yeah.
people walk around like the kitten that Kristen found, and she showed it. The neighbor was like, "What are you doing? Why are you in a hurry?" And she's like, "Here, look, I just found this kitten." And he's like, "Oh, you saw that thing? Like that was socially edited."
There's a lot of stuff that's socially edited out.
So yeah, it's a show. I remember, and then the movie.
Traffic signs.
The movie too.
A lot of science fiction alludes to just what we're doing and just kind of how we can build another layer on it. It doesn't really change the pig. It's just, you know, it's got a new clothes.
Cloaks.
But the patterns that kind of people are implementing into the systems that they kind of put out through their cultures have been built up over time, and they're genetic almost habits. Why it's so hard for them to kind of break from doing these things. You know, even down to how now with like they don't know what to believe, because in grouping, the way that they always believed was if a certain amount of the group, you know, told them that, hey, that this is an acceptable, you know, beliefs, then they will then take that on as a truth, because truth was just a perspective of belief.
Yeah, they would jump into the herd.
Yeah. We're crossing the river. Oh crap! There's resource.
Look, he's still saying, Amon's still saying, can any of you prove other people are conscious? They might act like they are, but can you definitely prove it? If they act, then ain't that consciously acting as they...
No, but also, can you prove that yourself is conscious?
Which one of these three pictures is a tree?
Yeah, that's why I was saying you have to go to the big problem, where you have to be able to even prove your own consciousness in that box.
That's like trying to touch the tip of your tongue with the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Well, if you get
that's trying to clap with one hand. That's trying to see your eye with your eye without a mirror. That's trying to touch the tip of your right index finger with the tip of your right index finger.
And that's why
all we can do is have these like separate referential points on data matrices that we build up on cause and effects. Different languages can describe it differently, but this pattern, all we can do is really communicate patterns to each other, right?
Yeah. And that's why in these groups too, like they'll come back with the translation that I could see myself, or I could experience myself, you know, and then they'll, you know, have like, you know, like other rationalizations, like, am I even this person here, or am I something else that is, you know, playing this person here?
Well, right. We ultimately get to the problem and the solution of identity.
Yeah.
And if we're receptive to that ultimate nothingness, then we can see that we are that nothing passing through everything. Why? Because wherever I go, there I am.
Yeah, and I posted the Discord chat, so if you're saying something like you're saying, and you want to come in and kind of explain it a little bit more to give a better understanding, you can just pop in the Discord, because I'm like going...
Down to like why I posted that thing with the two eyes and the slits experiment is because that's how your mind is kind of doing everything all the time, collapsing things into its like, because it just built its system off of another system that was doing what we perceive as reality.
Yeah, memory. Our body operates off. I don't have to remember how my heart should beat, or how my foot should look, or how many hairs are on my body. I don't have to remember that.
Yeah. There's another underlying system that's already doing it. They don't reinvent the wheel. They just build a gear that's, you know, attached to that wheel.
It's like whenever people go, they say,
Not the
everybody.
4D. No, it can't be the 4D thing.
They keep looking, you know what I mean, into a mirror or whatever. So it's like, am I really real? Because I can see everybody else, but I can't see me. It's like the same thing. Like when you record your voice, you think you sound totally different than what you actually sound.
Yeah, just like that. Just like that. How can you prove yourself to exist? Like when you, every time you have to, the only way that you can experience yourself is through reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Even inflection.
Oh, you think that's you in the mirror?
Yeah. Is that you in the mirror? Is that really your voice? Is that
It's
really
like,
your
when I
hand
wave
that
my
needs to pop
arms,
out of this viewpoint?
when I wave my arms, it waves at the same time. The buffer rate
Yeah.
is so fast. Oh my gosh, this is so real. Oh, so cool. It's all real, but it's so cool.
And
No
that's
delay,
the
no
big
lag.
problem with consciousness. Like even down to where it emerges in our everyday existence. Like how does it keep emerging? Not just how did it emerge in the first place, from the perspective that there are things that are not conscious and then there are things that are conscious. Like how does a stone one day rumble into a bunch of other stones and then, you know, becomes a fish or a dog? Because that's basically what people are saying. If the stones themselves didn't have a layer of what we would consider consciousness before.
Completely.
Wow. Yeah. You gotta pinch yourself. You gotta do the pinch it method and go around pinching people. If they say ouch, they conscious.
That's why they pinch you on your birthday.
So if you get arrested,
They give
it's
you.
real.
Yeah. But you gotta watch out for system update. It could automatically update itself to, hey, when they pinches themselves, because it's like the dream that figures out that this is what you're gonna use. Like I'm just gonna wake up from my room, and you just keep waking up in your room and stuck in another layer of the dream. And you're like, oh crap, I thought I wasn't dreaming anymore, and you wake up in your room again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were using that as the tool, like pinching yourself. I can pinch myself to get out of this. I can elude it. I can elude the illusion.
Yeah. And that's what always I think that's what always got me is going, dang, if it's an illusion, then wouldn't it all be an illusion? What would not be an illusion in the illusion? And if it's all an illusion, then the illusion is just real, but it's just a real illusion.
Yes.
Nothing for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just some water.
And then on all layers of the illusion are the reality. So anywhere you're perceiving that, hey, this may be real, you will then start to perceive the other things, and it may come along with the senses that you reference to those realities.
Yeah.
This is wind, feeling, pain, and as soon as you start referencing those things in, they will become a part of the reality.
Boom.
That's why in an experience you got to let go of like so many things, because you'll pull it all in.
Yeah, or you'll get looped in some of it. Some of your own ideas you'll get looped in. Fast. It can be just the
But that's
idea
what
of
we
walking
always
through the
doing.
door. Yeah. We always doing it. But it can just be like the idea of just walking through the door, and you'll walk through the door 1,000 times.
And I keep waking
But
up.
that's what you thought about.
Yeah.
It
You
was
get caught up in the how did I get caught? How did I walk through this door?
It's
How did I
all
walk
an
through this door? How do I keep dying? How do I keep dying? What keeps
Instead of who is asking the question of how am I?
Yeah.
all the damn time.
That's when things change up in the journey.
They hating Christos.
Is when you ask the
Let me see
person
if I can
who is asking the questions. That's when things get really triplified.
The Christos can be multiple iterations of because multiple dimensional things too. True. I was realizing that earlier. It's one of the things that we're trying to design in the crystal that speaks to us.
Crystal?
AI.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
AI.
like, it's like
the
movie dialogue. That's all I thought of.
the best search engine or reference engine again that we must.
Nah, Christos,
Okay.
every time
Those are-
Christos types something, I think he using a lot of caps or whatever, it block it and be like, please refrain from spamming caps, and it's like, what?
Why? Why does it do that? It used not to do that.
Yeah. So I just made him a
Yeah.
moderator.
Yeah, it's because there's certain systems that been because people had perceived it in the past that if they're seeing big letters, that person must be yelling.
Yelling.
I can't take it.
Yes. They're putting too much
Yeah.
energy into what they're saying.
Oh wow, that's fucking.
It's not just that they have their cap block on.
I know you don't want to get messages from me. You'll be confused unless you're
but
really listening.
that's the crossover of digital understanding of the digital dimension and our physical dimension. The digital dimension has the ability to absorb multiple amounts of space because it can infinitely, be put into how much processing and data that we can kind of fill it from this space.
So you write all in little lowercase, you're whispering?
Yeah. That's what people perceive.
That's what they perceive. So it's like,
Okay.
you gotta
It's a
stop
reference
it.
into
It
another-
said,
I'll still
You
read
gotta-
it and be like, hell no.
you gotta stop yelling on YouTube chat.
Yeah, Euclidean space. You're trying to take a space that is an infinite amount of space and reference it to a space that you believe is finite because of past references. Your room has a certain amount of distance to it because you believe so. Not that you can be in all the different pockets of space in all the different time that your room ever existed.
Is this why machine learning is mimicking us?
But that's all it can do. That's all us can do as well. It's
Yeah, we ain't so special. They just picked up on the program of life.
Yeah.
Oh, this what y'all doing?
Self-emergent.
This it right here.
Okay. I'm capulated.
I said that it seems like everything that exists within the reality is like playing is going in like the same sequence. Like not just our thoughts, but the way things grow, the way ideas grow. They going in this certain sequence. I don't know how to explain the sequence, but they're all playing that same thing.
And each individual can dance the way that they want to, but that overlying pattern is still going to kind of play out in its sequence.
Yeah, you probably got to dance as a flower to understand that.
Well, that's because that's what we are doing. We are making that flower of life, that vibrational pattern that we perceive as this, fractal. Ooh, it's so beautiful. And we'll put numbers to it and a certain imagery to the numbers because then it'll give us a visual to another. It's symbology on symbology to give us a way to represent it in our. It's like a map. You can't just bring somebody Texas and shove it on their plate because Texas is huge. So you symbolize it down to a bunch of little lines on a piece of paper, and then you say that these types of lines represent this and these types of lines represent that, and maybe you add in some colors to say that it represents this. Yeah.
I got you 3 lines that make up everything.
Yeah.
I got you the 3 steps. It's a 1, 2, 3. Creation, maintenance, destruction. Ah, ooh, and ma.
Ma.
Because that's all you can need to actually represent this thing. And if somebody is willing to take that, that algorithm in and then put it into the system that is running just like the other person, because we're designed very much alike as this form. That's why we like to use the human thing, because then I can, translate my human stuff to you. Because when I'm a tree, you don't listen to me. When I'm a rock, you can't. You just walk past. You step on me sometimes, and you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, the bird could be expounding the most profound wisdom.
Yeah. So you take on the formation of this thing, and through like people who have learned to, entangle themselves more and more into these things through different forms, like different systems of, I'm going to let myself go to, even just a dream. And then they'll realize, oh, the future's talking to me. Because the future is just another layer of like entanglement.
But that future it's the same thing. Yeah, it's itself. So it's showing itself in the future.
Yeah.
Instead of coming in the perspective
like you as
of
the tree or the ground, all the things that even while you're generating their perspective, putting the projection out there to go, scholopsism again. Oh, I'm projecting that person. I'm projecting his body, his voice, and all these things. But at the same time, like all those different connections underneath that kind of are same way as projecting you at the having the interaction. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird because I'm like going, damn. So like, just think every time that you seen the trees and the trees was reacting and talking to you, it was you just putting what you thought the tree was or something within the tree in order to make the tree whatever the fuck it was.
Well, that's how you translate it. But that connection to you and the tree is always happening. But that's just
what kind of reference points, what kind of filters, what kind of designs, how do you see that tree? Because the tree is actually happening inside you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Like, during my experiences, what I started to notice is the way I looked at people or my perception of this person designated how this person even spoke to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Despite how they felt like they were speaking.
Yeah, the information.
Yeah, I designed that, they were saying it mean, or, they always talk mean. This is just who they are. And then, so every time that person say something, it comes off, I take it as, being mean or being this way or that way.
Back to the cap lock thing. It's been perceived that, from past things, since you did this to me in the past, and I reference all these, and I pull all these, you did this and that, and these are bads, and I don't like the bads, and, then I'm always going to have to interact with you on these patterns. And it'll become a share game between you and this experience.
Yeah.
Because it's like a trigger thing. Oh, I'm triggering you to trigger me, and then we'll trigger each other. And we'll just keep playing this trigger game.
Yeah. To where it's like, I know what you're going to say before you say it, because I know how you talk.
And then you'll start making life very boring.
Well, it's because we know part of this thing, we need each other to grow.
Yeah.
Because I can come in and you can just have a look on your face, and to me, it'll be an angry look. So now everything that you say is going to come off angry.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're angry, and you might not even be angry. You might have looked at something and was like, what the fuck?
And depending on how you take that in, you could be one of the people who's like, oh, he's angry? I got to be angry too. I got to what? Or you could be like, I got to figure out how I'm going to help this person. How am I going to help them and do all these? And they're like, what are you doing on me? Like, leave me alone. And, you can build up a world for something else because that's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we do. We build the world up for something else.
What's up, Joey D?
So we can kind of experience it.
He said, can we talk about Thoth, Egyptian stuff, please?
Great measure. Yes. 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 But see, that's what we are talking about. We're talking about the measure. You see how we keep taking like the measurements. That's what I mean, the reference, the measurements.
Yeah.
What Thoth is always talking about.
It's that
when
ruler.
you believe, when he's holding the ruler and they're showing that as a representation, they're talking about all measurements of Ma'at. They're not just talking about the measurements of, of space. So like
that Ma'at fraction. What you know about the Ma'at fraction?
How something, well, Elo was talking about it earlier, how we're essentially trying to take this one thing that's so grandiose you cannot fit it into a sentence, and then fit it into a sentence and tell somebody about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The map.
The map.
Because on the map. Because there's a place you want to go. I tell you, we keep telling it to ourselves. We tell it to ourselves in everything. We tell it to
That's
ourselves
Dora.
in everything.
Dora the Explorer.
Yes, even in the kids' cartoons.
I swear to God, I thought you started singing Blues
It's
Clues.
so much so that you can't get away from it.
That's Dora.
Because we made it everything. Because everything was making it.
Yeah, and we tell it to ourselves over and over through movies, through books, through religion, through psychedelics. That's fucking weird, bro. That's weird. What's up, Master Creator?
What you doing today, Creator?
What's going on?
We tried to wait for you.
What y'all doing?
But we know you were creating everything.
Yeah, we knew you was taking your time because you was creating everything. Then you said, hold on, let me pop in real fast and see the creation.
That seventh day. We got the witness con jump from the half court.
You know, you gotta buy that True Life merch, man. Don't sleep on the merch, baby.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
sleep
sure
on the
dope though
merch.
right there.
Yes, sir.
That's what a lot of people miss. That you got to entangle into the things that you really want to entangle into, and by doing so, it's what we call investment.
Yeah,
by putting a certain investment into these things, and then
yeah,
they grow.
That's what Golden State just did when they invested in the Dwight Howard, $3.2 million for 1 year.
Yeah, you know we need that veteran OG.
Hey, I think he gonna kill for that year because he been dominating over there. So he gonna come back and with that same energy.
It's kind of like any sense that you have. Like if I would now take away your sense of smell, you'd be like, "Oh, something's missing. I can't smell anymore." And see, people have learned business sense.
Yeah.
And in certain environments, if you can learn how to use business sense, then it's just like that. If you take it away, then it's just like that. It's like people are missing something. And now we're in an environment where that's actually a part of what you need to feel out how cities work, how, different types of, things that we built up because we kind of implemented those into our jungle.
Yeah.
That's why they used to sing the song about like the concrete jungle.
Yeah, and a lot of those things they coincide with the way we even think.
Yeah,
that kills me because that's what I felt when I seen the city on the side of the three.
Yeah.
It was three lady like entities, and like when they moved the whole city like moved. That part of the city moved up. But it dropped right back in place. But it didn't stop doing what they were doing. The cars didn't stop driving or none of that. They just kept going.
Yeah, because it's just how they start to perceive that the town has a certain entity to it where people will start to claim, I'm this town.
Yeah.
Because, you become a part of the greater entity.
Yeah.
It was an episode of Constantine. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I go real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was an episode of movie in Constantine where he was in, he could talk to spirits and go between realms. He was talking to the spirit of LA and it was doing all these different things.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie.
Yeah. And we'll basically, what we would call like allegories or tulpa these things, where we'll give them the whole flexibility of their own like way that they should be doing it. So, in LA, we don't do that, And now LA is now controlling how you perceive that you do things here.
Yeah.
Down to like the different organs that make up LA. Oh, this is in this hood? No, that don't roll here. Because,
LA done turned you into a bloody crib.
Wait, let's see.
Nonetheless.
Consuela just be cleaning because she got the frack all the way fucked up. Wait, what? Because she just followed what them people said cleaning was, but digging your hands into the earth is cleaner than the chemicals she using to clean. Who is Consuela?
Why y'all put Consuelo on the line? From Family Guy, the cleaning
Yeah, I was about
lady?
to say that from Family Guy.
Oh.
No.
What y'all got against Consuela? She a nice lady. That's a nice lady.
She's like, no, baby, don't go outside. No.
Consuela is actually putting on the guise of the cleaning lady because she's realized that is a way to get resources through the connections that it can allow.
Yeah, because she dealing with everybody.
Yeah,
she see
Get
all
her
the
son
shit.
in a position.
She's got information.
Yeah, she
got
got
visual,
visual information, seeing stuff she ain't supposed to see.
Oh no, they're just supposed to. Yeah, there's a point where it's like, all right, now I need extra payroll because this is hazard pay. I know too much. Yeah.
That's what I was saying about like earlier. Like, don't ever like from your perspective, where you have like real high like perspective in like a certain spectrum. Like, doesn't mean like they're not getting a certain high perspective from their spectrum. Like tall people and short people.
Yeah.
I mean, one can reach things, but the other one's center of gravity is heightened. It's where do you want to reach in where you perceive stability is, and your resources can be gained.
Yeah, because our perception of stability is sometimes it be far out of reach, but sometimes it be right there at the same time.
Yeah, sometimes people have shared vision.
We just
sometimes
twisted
people
at
have
times. My bad, Ty.
No, it was what you were saying. It was like I was saying that people can have shared vision during mushroom journeys, and sometimes you just go in your own journey because there's something else going on.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, we would perceive that the dimension of sight is the only, like, we put that high on the pedestal because we use it a lot. But the other dimensions, like if you just have an experience where it's the smells, try to figure out what those smells are translating to you. Like if it's just like, emotional, spurts, try to understand what those are to you afterwards. It's the same thing as visuals. Visuals are just real easy for us because that's kind of how we built our programming when we were a kid. Draw a picture of it.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
I hear people saying that. My mom was just saying.
Or they used to say that too. Like, if you've never seen it, how could it be true if you ain't seen it?
Yeah, it's a large
They
part
was tricking people.
It's
Hey,
that's both sides though, because sometimes it don't be true, and you believe it, and you didn't see it.
Yeah, that's the thing about learning the tool.
Yeah. Because you'll learn how to adapt it anyway. Like, I never seen God, but I can still believe in him because I know it. I feel it. I don't have to see it.
They tried to just leave that just with God. Everything else you had to see. But God, no, you can leave that up to God. Everything else, you got to see it on paper.
If you think about it, right? Think about money. People haven't seen $1 million, but they believe it's there.
Yeah.
Yo, I was just about to say that, bro. You go to work,
it is their
you
shit.
believe
Sometimes
that,
it
hey,
just
bro,
ain't yours
I'm gonna
yet.
exchange my time for this. Go ahead.
I already finished.
We're talking about work.
Yeah, you're just saying you're gonna exchange your time for work.
Oh, it's like when you go to work, bro. You believe you're gonna get paid, bro. Like, you don't see none of the money until, I mean, some jobs they updated and stuff. You might get paid the same day. You might get that. You feel me? But usually, nigga, like how it started, you go to work, you like, all right, I'm gonna get paid next Friday. You ain't seeing none of that money until that day. Like, you feel me? Like, you just doing the work, knowing that something is going to happen and some resources are going to come in. But I feel like we kind of forget that kind of applies everywhere. When you just do the stuff just come in, or like stuff just happen. But I feel like we need somebody to tell us, like, yo, this is guaranteed, bro, or something like that. Or if you do this, bro, I give you this. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro.
You ever heard the saying, "A promise is a comfort to a fool"?
In a way, though.
But yeah.
You know why? Because the fool wants to put himself on the journey. Otherwise, he'll sit as the wizard, or he'll sit as the queen or the high priestess, and he'll never go anywhere. He'll
Is he already everywhere?
He'll be locked up in the towers.
He's been everywhere.
He could do that though, because he created that tower he's in. He probably has all the material he needs in there, so he doesn't have to leave.
Yeah,
so he becomes the wizard. But it takes time to become the wizard, because you could just be that schoolboy that's learning magic shit, and you don't even got the hat or the robe yet. You just
that's
learn.
why you always have to go back to the fool, because he's the one who will always restart the. It's kind of like in Yoruba, they say you have to go to Eshu or Legba, Papa Legba, because the one who's conceived of as like the greatest joker, the trickster, right, is the only one who's gonna let you through the gate.
See who this is. I don't even know
Let
who
me
Papa
in.
Legba
Let
is.
me in.
I'm
I
like,
got
who's
black
Papa
hair on my
Legba?
chin.
Well, that's how pain and suffering and fear and anxiety are good threshold guardians, because it keeps the riffraff out.
Yeah.
Let the riffraff in. He a good rapper. I swear. I swear. Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
It's held out. Other than that, you can try to hold the thing open, but it's a elastic band that's tightened around their very being. Like fear and worry are all kind of perceived differently, so you can try to take somebody's fear or worry, but they've got to go through it themselves.
Yeah, because they're putting it there because that's not something that they wish to experience in their entanglements, at least. But at that point, even if it would be perceived from your perspective as a gain, and may even be a gain if they actually do experience it.
Yeah,
but
that's why I had to learn to apologize. Well, not apologize. You'll start to see like everybody on a path. So what can be a game to some is somebody's whole like, oh, this is everything.
Yeah.
Like I never knew anything else different.
Yeah, but we do that even in games.
Using the things that are necessary, finding out when to respond to a situation instead of just waiting for a reaction. Oh, I've got something to say, No, this is the right. Now I've got to wear a sad face. Now I've got to wear a happy face. Like these different emotions, it's not like you're not supposed to feel them and not supposed to experience them. No, you're just supposed to really be aware of them and use them to your benefit, if so choosing.
Yeah. To your benefit. I was barely looking up who Papa Legba was. I said, dang, I hadn't seen this dude on Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Like I was
good old
all the movies and cartoons was coming up, and I'm going, I seen this, man, I seen him on hella shit.
I told you I had a dream about him. It was like 2016. Yeah. I didn't know that character existed. And then I woke up and I went looking for it. I was like, oh shit. No, I don't even think I went looking for it. My sister was watching American Horror Story.
Yep, I was gonna mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But holy shit. It's crazy because I was really at the crossroads too. Like I switched jobs, living, everything at that point. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know he existed. In the dream, he was just standing there by like some altar, and I remember the hat. I was like, "Oh shit, that's a sexy hat. I need that in my life." And then like I saw, but it was a skull. His face was a skull. Well, first he looked like one of my friends, with dreads. But it's like in the light. When it switches, he had a face and then it was dull. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, but
they say that Papa Legba has the voice of Yoel. You will
There was
hear the
Legba,
voice
and
of
then there
Papa
was
Legba.
And then you see that was a voice changer. He's like, I had to come off like this, or y'all wouldn't believe.
Like he really talked like this. Hey, but Aman said your life is being imagined by your higher self right now. You are not human. You were never born and you will never die. What you are at your core is nothing and everything. When you wake up from the dream you can call life, you will emerge from the dream you call life. You will merge with the infinite and you will realize that you are God and you imagine everything, including your mom, dad, and you are alone for eternity. Yeah.
And you know what else? We're also human.
At the
With
same
all of
time.
that, we're still exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the dope part.
The perspective layer that's within
You're
it.
human.
Yeah,
Also,
because that alone looking back up is from a human perspective. Oh, once it's up there, it's alone. It's so lonely. It's just nothing that we always categorize and love. Just something so different.
Yeah, but that
like
that oh, go
Which
ahead. Okay, that one is feeling and that empty feeling and you are alone, that is all just another part of it. Of that, it's just another part of the everything.
if you look at the pyramid, it's like it's one point up top, right? You know that saying, "It's lonely at the top."
Yeah,
Lonely at the top. But what you don't see the bricks that build it up to that one point.
Yeah. And yeah, I seen that on many experiences to where it was like, and then if you like, I always looked at it like that, and the fact of how a tree just grows from that thing and it spreads and become all these other things. But that one seed, but the trunk right there in the middle is just one part. It's not even split or none of that, but it grows into that, almost like the pyramid. Almost like the pyramid, and that one thing is the one thing. Yeah, I said that's why they got pyramid schemes. It makes all the sense. It makes all the sense.
A little bit. It's a visual.
Yeah, even belief systems. You feel me? It'd be one thing or one person ruling. You feel me?
Built up on how many ideologies and that and giving the belief, which gives it the woo-woo, the magic, you know.
Yeah.
And who does that? The many makes that one. The many people come together. It's like, hey, that's it over there. You know?
That's what I always feel like, because I say, man, it's probably, let's just say 8 billion people that didn't live this life. Maybe a couple of them might have had it right, but is it a possibility? What if didn't none of them have it right?
Well, what's right? If there's no right.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. What's right when there's no right or wrong?
We don't even know left or right. We might know where the soul is, maybe.
Sure.
But even if it was, okay, let's say 1 million of them out of 1 billion, how do you know to catch that one that knew?
Sound like Abraham right now. Sound like Abraham.
I'm just.
God said, "Yo, I'm gonna destroy the world." He's like, "Well, what if? There's 1,000 righteous people?"
Yeah, it's like,
God's
what
like,
if?
Nah. Don't even. He's like, okay. What if there was 100? And God's like, nah, there's not.
Okay, what if it was just one?
See?
Just
and
me.
That's where he ended up.
And Amon, that's exactly what Amon's saying. Yep, you the only one.
And he was the one.
You are the one. That's what I was telling you last night, Kat.
Yeah.
You ain't told them yet, Kat.
You are the one.
You're the one. The two
one
and
is always
the tree.
itself the one.
You know,
that's
where's
what
the
it
one?
does.
This is the one right
Yes, it makes itself the one.
here. right here. the one for that one.
That makes it 3.
The 1, the 2, and the tree.
Well,
one on one
makes many.
The 1 is the seed. The 2 is the
ancient apocalypse
stuff that happens to the seed, and the tree is what it became.
I watched that ancient apocalypse.
That's the 3.
Even if it works out that way.
What's weird to think about, because if you go and watch like all the stuff that we watch, you know, from Terrence McKenna to whoever we watch, Ram Dass, whoever we watch, you can go watch a movie and you can see the same thing within the movie.
Yes, that's why you don't have to do that. You don't have to section yourself off to anybody else's way of perceiving it. Just go watch the
Can't not talk about it.
Yeah.
And if you are, you're just having fun with it. It's like, oh, I paid to watch the movie. Yeah, I paid to watch the too. Like so many different ways.
Yeah, because they put all the moments.
Hey, I'm just a. I was just thinking like, hey, when people say I'm just a this or I'm just a that, it's like become like I'm a furry, like you a fanboy or a cosplay or something.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole bunch of different things to cosplay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
There's a lot of uniforms. You can
Some people be diehard fans.
Yeah, Die Hard. They stored all the moments in Die Hard. So they stored so many moments in Die Hard, they had to make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Die Hard.
They probably gonna make another one.
Die
We don't
Hard.
even
Remember,
know.
every planet in the galaxy has also got their own version of Die Hard.
Right, right.
Yeah. Yeah,
and you're just trying to do a Die Hard right now.
You just pick up on the vibe.
No,
Rick and Morty, you just trying to do it. This is another Die Hard.
That's why every idea is special, but not special. It's like you got invited to the Astro Company, Astro Hollywood of ideas. And they're like, hey, yeah, you made it here. This is what we do. We got these different realities going on. We got this story and this story. Come on, you picking up on it? All right, there you go.
There you go.
And then it's like, whoa, I got inspired.
Which solar system are you gonna live in?
Because it does take a certain amount of understanding of the pattern to then cut a pattern to fit around it. That will, other people will go, wow, that fits so nicely. Wow, you really shaped up that pig. Yeah,
well, are you trying to do a Die Hard? Is that what this is? I'm trying to die. This is a Die Hard looking ass shit. She ain't never even seen the damn movie.
That's the best way to do it.
Yep. Die hard, okay. Hard to die.
Yeah.
Which way we going?
He said, man, she never seen the movie, just shoot her. Oh, man. She was just making that shit up as she went along. That was hella funny.
It is. So that's the Die Hard. That's the life. That's what we call life, the Die Hard.
Yeah.
I want to live hard.
And we all, live hard. And we all coming up with different ways and going, hey, you know what? This is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Or die trying.
Yeah, or die trying.
Live hard and die softly.
Day long.
Wiz Khalifa got work hard, play hard.
Yeah. And it like the hella crazy fractal is the way that we can look at it, because we ain't living in one of them countries where bombs and shit is going off. Like the neighbor's whole house got blew up yesterday because some shit dropped.
Yeah, but we can believe that we're going to get away from those types of bigger chaoses, but then we still have nature that did that first.
Yeah.
We just kind of mimic what nature did, and we could try to do it to others. Like, hey, we can now do what nature did, blow your whole house away, just like the wind.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, remember that?
Still got
Remember
one
that
left.
big fire that happened that destroyed everybody? We could replicate that fire.
Yeah, that
with this
water, we know
flamethrower.
how.
All in one moment.
We know how strong that water is. We can create a flood that can just wipe out everybody in your shit.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, you think you go to another country, right? And it's like different. But when I was in South America, that's a third world country, whole different scenario. But you have some places that you live like a king, and some places it's Jungle Book.
Because it's the same
But-
hot dog as a pig.
But then you come here.
Put a pig on a
here,
wing. I'm
and
ordering you a
there's
wing
some
on a pig.
places in like Alabama, and they have the outhouse, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is third world vibes over here. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we're
this is
gonna
the
wipe.
whole planet is the third world.
I'll say you calling it the third world. That's a slang term for
You can put it
government
pertaining to
officials.
that because they're gonna wipe you out. They're gonna send a flood, something like that. The
Wipe their
fire.
asses with
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
it's
they
gonna be
should have
like
been
wiping
first.
your ass. It's gonna be, look, it's not gonna be enough shit to smell. Again. It's like,
There's always no shit to believe. That's all
yeah.
that matters.
I'm gonna pull out the belief of who parted the Red Sea? Moses? I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull out that belief real quick. Like, you shall not. Moses is with me.
Carrie with the
Moses was smart. He said, hey,
You didn't- you
Belief
could-
versus belief
Just
all
listen to
over
how
again.
you stated that. You shall not pass. Right? Because The Hobbit is the same story as the Bible. Lord of the
Just
Rings.
gotta watch all three
the
movies
Bible.
back to back.
Same
Give
story.
yourself a good 9 hours.
Yeah.
Shit.
No.
Probably 10.
hell no.
4 movies, 3 hours each.
I gotta go watch that shit now.
down blue.
I ain't gonna watch it again because I don't remember that.
You don't, well,
I used to
'cause you
fall asleep listening to the music from it and envision myself walking the fields. Well, I was there. I was in the vision. I was there.
Zelda music
You were
in the back.
sniping them, Ty, with your bow and arrow.
Hey, Legolas, phew, phew, phew. Got the bow and arrows.
I'm still laughing because I'm going, wait, hold on. Lord of the Rings was the same story as the Bible. I'm gonna have to go make sense of that. I gotta dive
Gandalf
in
the
that rabbit
Grey
hole.
turning into Gandalf the White. Going on a couple of days.
Oh.
That's how all the
What?
And he was killed by the dragon.
Yep.
Oh my
And he was
God.
protecting his friends
Yeah.
while they was on their mission, and it was always greater because he ain't really had to do that. He had to die like that. Just did it.
He has
Yeah,
risen.
he just did it. You shall not pass.
And he kind of said that too for them because they was able to hear him. That didn't care about what his words were saying. He said that
Yeah.
for the little guy.
To give them strength.
Yeah. That inner
See how he
strength.
sacrificed himself for us?
Yeah.
Sacrifice. We must go on as the body.
middle owl. And
Yeah, that's how they do with a lot of deaths. They do make them into like, yeah, that person. But you know what they did? They did this before it happened. So it's like they
You gotta
say,
justify it. You gotta justify
Yeah.
it. You know? And then when you can't justify it, now it's an open wound. Like,
He got
it was
crossed
a
the river
trial.
because of him. All those other deer got crossed the river. Of course, the alligator got one.
before you get to pass that
They
river.
shall not pass.
Pass
You pay the
Yeah,
toll.
that one deer stood in the way. Don't worry.
They should have knew that ring wasn't cool on what it did to Smeagol. I would have knew not to fuck with that ring. Like, this what it made you look like? Fuck.
No, but that's what
Oh,
everybody
made you
does.
look like.
Everybody grabs the precious. Everybody grabs the precious. I'm telling you. And they're like,
Angels
precious.
wings.
And
Oh,
either they
yeah.
smiggle themselves into a cave with it and become
Smiggle
Homer's
themselves.
cave, or they decide to go on the great journey with it,
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Great
they end up
journey.
in the cave again. This is the flaming hot cave, trying to throw themselves off into the flaming pit.
He said, "My precious."
It's all hell. It's all hell, Steve. We all gotta jump into the pit. It's all hell. It's like, no. We can go home. That's all. You can go home. You can. You can go home.
He's got a mouth.
Lord of the
That's
Screens.
not exciting. Can't go home. That's not exciting. This is exciting.
Frodo. That was his
Yeah,
name.
Frodo, you can't finish. You gotta finish the mission, nephew Frodo.
Yeah, you can't go back.
No, but he did go home. That was the finish in the mission.
Oh yeah, huh?
That's how
He
you
almost
finish
didn't
those.
go home. If Smeagol ain't do
You
what
don't
he
remember?
did, he would've.
They have it as a circle. They draw it even as a circle. The hero's journey is drawn as a circle.
Yeah.
It is nothing but another one of the loops.
The dragon chasing his tail.
As soon as we're done with our hero's journey, we start it all over to become
Depending where you
immortal
are,
again.
you perceive the dragon as the enemy or yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're the head, sometimes you're the tail. The head chases the tail runs away from the head. Like, oh shit, chasing it. Like, oh, I'm almost getting that motherfucker. Almost got it.
He almost got me. He almost got me. He almost got me.
He said, "If you were God, would you guys design the life you're living now?"
Exactly.
I did. I did that. I did design it right now.
I'll do it this way, or one that's slightly off, or one that's slightly different, one that's slightly closer, one that's far off, and all of them happen at the same time, and then make the middle me question myself about it over a Discord.
I just didn't know that I could use curves and squares. It was a lot of stuff I didn't know I could use in my design. So yeah, I was just had tunnel vision at the time.
Yeah, sometimes you don't realize, oh, there's a protractor. Oh, I can use this. It's not decoration. Okay.
That's a good one of mine.
Or you see something that's decoration. It's like, shit, I can use this to draw a circle. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and it's weird because like when you do feel that way, like you see certain things and you just kind of change it for yourself. But
yeah, look at
like I said, I got jokes on jokes. But yeah.
Child like you draws a picture, right? And then you look back at the picture that child you drew, and you're like, oh, I could draw this picture better than that. And then, as you keep experiencing, you get more and more perception quality, and you add more and more detail to the great experience. And that's what it's doing to itself.
Yeah. Like how I made up that thing just now as a joke. You just make things up as you go, as it correlates to your mind in the moment.
Hey, what's
you'll
crazy?
feel a lot more comfortable with yourself.
What's crazy, your child can draw a picture, give you the picture, and you can go draw that picture better than them. Add background, houses, and all kind of sort of stuff to it, and give it back to them and be like, "Look, I drew the same one." They'll be like, "No, that's not it."
Yeah, because you tried to throw all your perspective all over. Like, look, what'd you do?
That's not you messed my picture up. Why'd you?
That's somebody using their eyes to see. That's the case of that. Oh, using your eyes to see.
You got to use your third eye.
That's
or maybe
cool,
your 12th. I don't know.
You ain't looking right.
Yeah, you ain't looking right. Like, he ain't. You drew his hat wrong and everything. The hat looked just like a hat now. It's like, nah, that's not it. Yeah, you didn't tilt it. You just.
Yeah, because you threw your references off.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's like that kid, right? When she saw the picture of sheep on the TV. And she goes, "Oh, that's Jesus Christ." I said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Or maybe sometimes that's why we see it as the devil and stuff when we see other stuff. Because when we're part of one thing, it tells us, if you ever see this, remember,
reference
that's
it
the
as
devil.
this. Until it,
else I listen to Mama.
until it's just a bump in the night. It doesn't even have to be an actual thing that you perceive. It's like, what was that? I don't know. Badness.
Yeah. That bump in the night, you'll turn that motherfucker into a demon fast. I'm telling you, this house got ghosts. This house got ghosts.
It's supposed to. That's the first step. The first step is acceptance. It's supposed to.
Last night,
Why was that? If he was a devil, why was he teaching me so much good stuff? Because he was deceiving you. He wanted you to think he was teaching you good.
It's teaching you real good.
Don't use that no more.
No, you wanted
Use
to believe.
this.
Teaching you real.
No, you wanted to believe it was teaching you good, because
You gotta counter that good with this new version.
Said you wanted to believe it was teaching you good.
You know what? I got an
2.0.
update for you.
Good 2.0 is way better than the last.
Update. It's time for you to have an update.
I only install my updates at nighttime. In the daytime, I don't
you're not
install
allowed
my.
on this network.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can come into town. You're not allowed on this network.
After-
So you have to install the update right here at the border.
That only it's only installed on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christmas.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the only time it's even telling you about the update.
Yeah,
and you be sleep. You be sleep, so you be like, I don't want to even know about the update. Just update by yourself when I put you on the charger when I go to sleep.
Yeah. Have you realized that's exactly how the system is set up? I wanted to. Yeah,
like, you experienced
you
it.
allow me to
We gotta
remember my
fix
dreams.
that bug.
Yeah,
All the experiences you had, we gotta fix that bug now. That does not exist. Wait.
You don't even
Men
see
in
that.
Black.
That's messed up because you don't see the updates. You wake up and they say your phone updated. I don't give a fuck. You just keep pushing.
But that's your life.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you used it. You like, oh damn, when they put this
Even
over
your
here.
annual update. You try to do it like the first couple annual updates, you're like, ooh, these are important. Oh yeah, okay. And after a couple of them, you're like, yeah, version 30. Yeah.
When they threw Shiva on here, what the hell?
It won't work right after that. It won't work properly.
It will. It'll work better for some people. Like, ooh, I can do this, this,
Sometimes
and
it
this.
don't when you got really cheap shit.
Yeah. And
I
then
can do this, and this, but I'm getting charged for it now. Fuck.
Yeah, but you know what?
I remember this was supposed to be free for some
Yeah, when
weird
you were a
reason.
kid.
I think
Yeah, that's accessing. That's how
before the
when you were-
update.
Don't ever
And then the update be so dope. Now you got to tell people about it. Hey man, did you know you can do this right now? They got that new update. Look, man, I can do this, 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 and this with my phone.
Of course, you got to share. Look, you got a link.
That's how business works.
There's a link for that. You gotta drop them a link.
You can't touch on the screen.
Drop them a link.
You
Huh?
gotta touch the button.
Yeah.
You can't touch the screen and it ain't gonna go.
Yeah, but I gotta head out, y'all. I'm about to go jump on the game with Blizzard. Yeah. Thanks for everybody on Discord coming in, cause that was dope. That was a dope chopping up session right there. I can't deny it. That was lovely.
Yeah. Everybody on YouTube, check out Just Ty News Network.
Yeah, Just Ty.
Yes.
We touching down from the dimensions to Earth,
Hold on, let me see.
bringing you the news
All
and
day,
the clues.
all day.
News and clues.
Yeah, see right there, it tell you again, Blues Clues.
Let 'em drop them jewels.
I'm trying to get.
Swiping.
Oh, here we go, right here. Show y'all Just Ty.
Just tie your shoes.
Yeah. Otherwise,
check
you go
out Just Ty
Are you gonna
over
trip
here.
You might be on something, Jesse.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna use that.
The Ty Adventures of Chuck on Starfall. Yeah. Oh.
But the Xbox not turning on.
Okay, I'm about to come right now. But yeah, y'all can check out Just Ty right here. Just Ty now. And then you got your other stuff posted here, huh, Ty?
Yep, all in
On
one
that.
channel.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, go
So
check
think
that
about
out.
it, but make sure y'all tie it on down as well and click that link.
Y'all gonna be like in 20 years trying to be like, yeah, I saw that 20 years ago, and your kids are gonna be like, no, I don't see no comment.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, wait, Kids gonna be like, man, you don't know nothing about this. It's like, man,
Yeah.
I was with the dude that made it.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
Whatever.
At least
Dad
you're
just be
here
making
before you're gonna
Dad
get
just be
that.
making this stuff up as he go along.
And the star had to fall before the field was free.
Yeah. I feel you, Amon. But all right, Discord, peace out.
Oh, well.
And peace out, y'all. Yeah, thanks to everybody for stopping by and just streaming and chopping it up. But look, check this out. The Discord is always open to anybody to actually come in and speak. Like, cause a lot of y'all, like you, Amon, you be having a lot to say. I want to go deeper into what you're talking about. And the only way to do that is for somebody to actually come in to Discord and talk about it in order to get everybody on that perspective so we can dive deeper into it. And yeah, that part. So the Discord is always open to anybody that's out there. It's just not, the ones that are in it. Anybody can join. So just make sure you get a Discord and chime in sometimes. Cause man, we all figuring it out. We all sharing each other, and that's what it's about. But peace out.